guys, it's 1:02 p.m. on July 10th, 2022. I actually thought it was the 11th today. I was going to start doing the Final Echo video, but then I realized it wasn't the 11th, so that's my fault, I guess, for being a dum-dum. Anyway, we're back with Tennis Ace after apparently 3 months, so that's a bit of a wait, but that's par for the course of my channel by this point, so you should expect nothing less, honestly. Anywho, let's just get into this. I don't even remember, like, Keisuke, this is character select, Keisuke, Jun, and Shoichi. So I know that my friend in particular really wants me to do June first. And the way I do these routes is usually I do one in just one long go and get to the end of it that's currently available, and then I do the rest. I don't really want to do that with this one. I think I'll do like a couple videos of each route and then, like, you know, do a different one. You know what I mean? So, I don't really feel like doing my Keisuke voice for an hour, but who knows, that's not Keisuke's, it was more pompous like this. Oh yeah, I can't fucking do it. Anyway, June was, I don't know, man. Yeah, I think I'll do June, actually. Yeah. This is not June, this is Shoichi. I'm dumb. Okay, so I don't remember what happened last time. I really don't. It's been that long, but, like, here we are, back in the roof scene, I guess. I know that, like, this route is the one that takes the fastest to get to the actual when they're dating situation, because Shoichi already has a crush on the main character, but, you know, whatever. That's a bit of a spoiler, but I don't care. Once more, I came up to the roof to take some time for myself. As usual, this is the best place on campus, just lie down and nap. Eh? Wait, there's someone else here. Oh, it's you. It's you. I kinda wish that there was some route with you, because I really like you. A white wolf is sitting on the floor, lazily looking up at the sky. Don't remember seeing him before. Even if I don't know them all by names, I'm at least familiar with all the seniors in school. Maybe this guy's a junior or even a freshman. Just stand in my spot, watching him and trying to decide whether to stay or leave. The wolf speaks up. You're just gonna stand there and gawk at me all day. He turns into front of for her, which further makes me unsure. Wolf turns his head towards me, looking me in the eye. No, didn't think I'd run into you here. You know who I am? Of course I do. You're the guy that Captain's always fawning over. The Captain? Figures you wouldn't know me. Saying you visited our course a ton of times and I joined, but you never bothered to learn who we were. Oh, wait, you're one of Shoichi's teammates? His eyebrows twitches. Teammate, I guess you could call it that. It's more of a fucking Shoichi voice, but I guess, I don't know. I don't remember the voice they gave these people. I should have watched the video. Wolf gets up from the floor and dusts himself off. Yeah, I'm one of his teammates. Although I doubt he even cares about people like me at all. What do you mean? Good fucking lord, I hate this fucking house when everyone is in it. I can't record without fucking people in it. Just... Yeah, it pisses me the fuck off sometimes. Because it's like, just, I shouldn't lather on. I might be overheard and get chastised for being rude. Oh no. What do you mean? Shoichi cares about everyone on his team. Wolf scowls, crossing his arms. As if I believed some pretty little fairy tale like that. If so much just cared, and he would always act so high and mighty towards us. High and mighty? Yeah, all he cares about is improving himself. He doesn't care if other people can't follow him. He just believes everyone behind without a second thought. Pushing everyone so hard past their limits that they quit, forcing us to take tosses that we have no way to deal with. Must be nice to be a genius. You don't have to worry about anyone else but your station. He really is a volleyball idiot. Those words, you will take them back right now. Huh? Since Parker's leaning back with a smug smile on his face. Oh, don't tell me I managed to upset you. You guys really are all birds of a feather. Let me guess, a little genius here is feeling sore because the bills fit him too. Just so you know, I've been watching the captain very closely since I first joined this school. Know a lot about him, and I know about you too. Know for a fact that everything I just said is the truth. And yet you call him a genius. Is that a word you like to use? You don't have to admit to the fact you ever bothered even to try. Buster immediately shifts, the fur in the back of his neck bristling up. Glared at me, talking through gritted teeth. I mean, dude, you're being kind of a bitch. Not gonna lie. What did you just say? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You're being a dick. Holy shit, Shoichi. Just find it funny that you'd say you've been watching him all this time, but you call him a genius. You say he's a genius and that's why you can't give up with him? You're just trying to push responsibility over your own weakness on someone else, aren't you? Dude, were you even fucking listening to what he said? There's more to it, I know, but Jesus Christ, that's a bit of a douche thing to say. For a second, I'm afraid I said too much. Can't help but get helping people when I hear people talk bad about my friends, and I might have ended up saying too much. But I also absolutely refused to back down after everything he'd said. Surprisingly enough, the wolf's gaze softens. You've got quite a mouth in you, huh? You really are alike. What's that supposed to mean? You also got really heated up when I talked smack about you back then. Back then? What are you talking about? Well, you didn't know? Captain and I got in a fight last month, nearly broke my nose, too. Damn thing kept bleeding for hours. What? No way. So you wouldn't hit someone. You're lying. So yourself, I'm only telling you what happened. Fine, it's that hard to believe I asked him about the guy you punched back in the first day of class. I'm just kinda curious about it. Always so damn concerned with acting like the perfect person. Wonder what he would consider the bigger sin. Admitting to have assaulted someone or lying about it. So damn obsessed with you that I'm sure he'd consider either one of those being like some bloodier image of him. This guy, I feel every neural body screaming me to slug him. Why? Why exactly? Because he's telling the truth? Because he doesn't hold his emotions, his thoughts back like a bunch of people I know who are fucking cowards? Okay. Right off that, I just have to fucking say some shit. Anyone that fucking hides their true feelings on a subject to fucking fit into a crowd or just the general consensus is a fucking coward and shouldn't be listened to. End of story. I don't give a shit. Sure, maybe it's because they have social anxiety and they just want to fit in. In that case, okay, but still, you should work on that. You shouldn't be fucking blindly parodying the popular thing because everyone says it's popular. Fuck that shit. If that was the case, I wouldn't be so alarmed about Biden being terrible and all these other bullshit shits in the world being all. Anyway, enough. No politics in this video, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? But I have to keep my cool. I'm sure he's only provoking me because he wants me to do it. I don't know about anything like that. Since when has Shoichi been obsessed with me? I'm just making up stories to try and cause me some strife. How pathetic are you? Dude, are you that oblivious? Are you that oblivious? Christ almighty. His eyes contracted again. I could see his fist shaking through the pockets of his pants. So you can play this game. Will takes a deep breath, stabilizing himself. I already see that this guy's temper problems, The pot calling the kettle black, dude. You just said you have to control your temper. You say he's not obsessed. Of course, your riddle should be dense not to notice. I'm surprised you can function normally like that. What? Wolf walks towards me, fully preparing himself in case he tries to hit me. If he even attempts to, he gently places his hand on my chin, lifting my face up to look him in the eye. His eyes are much softer than before. I'm brimming with curiosity. You know, I've always been curious. I never understood what it is the captain sees in you. What Shoichi sees in me? What's this guy talking about? You fucking dunce. Oh my god. Guess you're kinda good looking. Could that be it? I don't think he's that shallow, though. What's so good about you, anyway? I'm completely astonished. Sudden gentleness is so unexpected that I'm taking a look without a reaction. And he leans in. Shit, what? Bruh. That's not okay. I'm not about to say fucking sexual assault, but holy fuck, that's not okay. Breaking Western reaction, I feel something soft and moist touch. Wow. Jesus Christ, Haruki. My body immediately tenses up, frozen in place. Wolf continues to hold my chin up with his... What the fuck? Somehow, even though my mind is shorting out, I know that I'm supposed to push him away, but my body refuses to answer. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. It's on the door. Oh, no. Oh, no. I should have pushed him away. Fuck. Fuck. Shoichi's here, and he's gonna be pissed. Sound the door echoes, and I hear someone taking a few steps before stopping. It is. Great, I made a mistake. Fucking wonderful. Wolf's lips pull away from mine, looking for the source of the sound. I myself turn around to see Shoichi standing frozen in the doorway. Shoichi? Hey there, Captain. What brings you here? His tone of voice is clearly pleased, almost mocking him. Oh. Oh. Shoichi's scary, holy shit. Oh my god, wow. Shoichi lunges at the wolf, grabbing him and pushing him away from me. Haruki, what the hell were you doing with Alex? Shoichi's face is contorted and looked of pure hatred. With so much rage in his eye that I found myself feel a twinge of fear. Wolf merely smiles mockingly. Are you blind? What did it look like we were doing? We're kissing. You have a problem with that? Shoichi punches his face, lifting an arm up in the air, and... Shoichi, stop! Grabs his arm from behind, trying to pull away from the still smiling wolf. Let me go, Alex, let me go! Damn it, he's way too strong for me. Jeez, are you upset that I got to your precious Alex first? If you're gonna be that jealous, you should just get... Shut up! Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. He's scary. Holy shit. Oh boy. Shoichi's arms fly out of my grasp and his fist lands squarely into the wolf's face, knocking him down. Grabs Shoichi as he tries to throw himself down on top of the guy. Shoichi, stop it! Get off of him! Damn it, Alex, let go of me! Let me go! I put my arms around his waist and pull all of my body weight to try and pull him off. Stop! If you do anything, I might get expelled. I don't care! It's one of his feet, and Shoichi's stomach pushing him away. Gets up from the floor, rubbing his bloody nose. Jeez, you really are an animal. What do you even see in this guy? He's not even a good kisser. He's bleeding from his nose, and from his lip, he still stares at Shoichi with cold, defiant eyes. Whatever. Jeez, I don't understand what the fuss is all about. You two are so weird. We'll destroy old Shoichi and keep him going after the wolf again. See you at practice, Captain. You two weirdos enjoy yourselves. Holy fuck. This man. This man is scary. Oh boy, he pissed. What? So you're bipolar then, is what I'm getting. Wow, that was a fast change. Just as soon as he leaves, Suichi's body goes slack, falling butt first to the floor and dragging me with him. He'll sit there in silence for a few minutes, my hands still wrapped around his waist. You alright? Fine. Did he? He didn't hurt you, did he? Only thing hurting right now is my pride. That guy, did he really just kiss me out of the blue? Why? What are you two doing up here together? Huh? Just doesn't turn around to look at me. I asked what you two were doing up here together. I came here to take a nap and he was already here. Then he started taunting me and... Why the hell were you kissing when I walked in? Wait, Sweet, you don't think I was kissing because I wanted to? You know, like kissing someone is that hard, you don't just kiss them. You really didn't want them to, why were you... Do you think I'd just kiss a complete stranger? No. I don't get it. I understand him being upset if the guy had assaulted me. Well, technically he did, but... Why is he so upset at me? All he seemed to care about is whether or not I kissed the guy. I don't get it. Shoichi, are you alright? Fine. For some reason that guy, Haruki's words, stay with me. Did he even give you his name? I don't think he gave you his name. How do you know his name? Shoichi is obsessed with me, that's what he said. Didn't believe it, but after what just happened now, and after what was said just now, a small part of me can't help but believe it. Is Shoichi really obsessed with me? Why? What's so good about you anyway? Those words echo in my head many times. Could it be that Shoichi... No, no way, no way in hell it could be true. I mean, we're both guys, and he's my friend for so long. Oh my god, you fucking dunce. Why does my heart feel so heavy? Don't understand. Alex, are you sure you're alright? You're spacing out. Oh, sorry about that. Damn it, it's so obvious to me something of mine right now. Seriously, what was all this about? I honestly don't understand. My mind is going around in circles without being able to grasp the situation. Sorry to have acted so horribly in front of you. You really play me like a fiddle. I don't think I've ever seen someone able to anger you that much before. Yeah, some other guy seemed to know how to push all my buttons. And yet the thing that made you really use it was when it came to me. Come to think of it, the only time I've ever seen you really get angry at other people was when I was involved. God damn it, no, I shouldn't be thinking about this. I just said stuff to get in my head. There's no way that Shoichi is like that. Sure, keep telling yourself that, buddy. This is all such a headache. Wish he wouldn't act like this all the time. I want to believe he's not really a bad guy, but then he goes and pulls crap like this. Would you mind telling me more about this guy? Why do you want to even know? I'm gonna buddy with him. After today, hardly. And I don't like you asking something like that after the shitty poll. Jeez, was he right? Are you really jealous? Sorry. Just want to understand what this was about. God, how dense are you? Is it really not obvious? Not even I understand, so good luck with that. Shouldn't either way, I don't think he'd like me telling you about him. After what he did to you, you wouldn't care. No. See? Okay, well, where should I start? Haruki's a member of the volleyball club, but he keeps getting in trouble with the coach and other members all the time. Doesn't know how to work as a member of the team. Sad part is he's a really good player because he's such a liability. Coach doesn't let him play. He's not even on the bench. I had to talk to him and get him to see the school's counselor after it was found out that his dad got arrested for being abusive. Turns out that his father was a drunken piece of shit who'd abused his wife and someone who got drunk. Hiroki grew up from his entire childhood having to deal with that. It fucking sucks. That's why I don't want to believe he's a bad guy. Deep down, I think he's really a good person. But because his childhood was so fucked up, I think he just doesn't know how to deal with people. He keeps others away. But in the end, this is nothing more than my opinion, so what do I know? I think you're an excellent Shoichi character, so you might be right. I hope so, but it still doesn't excuse his behavior today. Shit he pulled with you. I mean, he kissed you. It's just unforgivable. Why? What do you mean, why? I mean, he kissed you. Weren't you upset because of that? Don't tell me you actually liked it. Of course I didn't, but that's besides the point. Why would you care so much about that? You're not worried whether he hurt me or anything. All you're focusing on is the fact that he kissed me. I. That's. Shoichi, could it really be? Get this out of your head. He just cares about you, is worried about and all. That's it. Sure. Totally. That bastard's worried about my thought process. Jeez. Dude, are you this dumb? Are you this dumb? Yes, he very much is that dumb. Just, oh my god. I also kind of don't like how, when that whole thing with Haruki happened, I kind of got hard. I shouldn't have said that. That's fucking gross. Whatever. Sorry, Alex. I guess my priorities might be a little messed up. It's fine. Sorry I'd have gotten upset about it. You're just worrying about me because I'm your friend, right? Yeah. That's all there is to it. Why does his voice sound so unconvincing? No, this is Shoichi I'm talking about. If he said that's what it is, then I'll believe him. Too awkward otherwise. Either way, he really has to get his shit together. Coach is really close, just kicking him off the team altogether. Things sound really rough for him. It's not like he's blameless on the matter, though. I know, I still feel bad for him, though. Family's supposed to be a safe place. They're supposed to take care of you and protect you, not abuse you. You and I are lucky we grew up in loving families, even if they did have their problems. Yeah, loving families, right. Something the matter? No, not at all. I was just thinking that you're right. We really were lucky, huh? Hmm. Hmm. Shoichi, don't hide trauma, buddy. That's not healthy. People like Haruki or Rushihara don't have the same luck as we did. Yeah, now that I think about it, Keikun's family is also pretty messed up from what he's told us. Damn, I'm starting to get pissed off at these people. How can they mistreat someone who's too young to fight back? Seems to just screwing them up for life. Although I guess Keikun's managed to come out of it mostly unscathed. What are you gonna do about him now? Honestly, I have no clue. If he just shows up to practice today without me having talked to him like Coach asked, he's just gonna piss Coach off even more. Probably corner him before practice starts and I'll talk with him, make sure he can't get away this time. Try not to lose your patience, though. It won't, you don't need to worry about that. Somehow I have a hard time believing it. I guess me coming to the roof kind of ruined your plans to talk to him, huh? Not your fault, there's no way you could have known he'd be here. Honestly, it was my fault. I should have thought that you could have shown up. Not unusual for you to come here during lunch break. When I think about it that way, You're agreeing with me now? What, now you're laughing at me? Jeez, you're awful. Sorry. So everything he told you now was just an act so we can manipulate you into forgetting to scold him? Seems like it. It was much more devious than I give him credit for. Kinda reminds me of someone I know. But I never do something that end up hurting other people. Maybe, but you can come with some pretty crafty plans to get your way when you want to. Jeez, Buck, when you went to my house and out a day. Really have a bad image of me, don't you? I have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't you a funny one? Well, anyway, I guess we should get going. Lunch break is almost over. I'm pretty sure neither of us has gotten anything to eat yet. Certainly right in that front. Plus, June and Simon must be worried about us. You're probably right in that front, too. Although I did plan to just sleep lunch away, all this mess has made me suddenly very hungry. Shall we get going? Yeah. Still. Hopefully I can get Haruki's words out of my head. Oh, okay. Only 26 minutes. Yeah, this video is way too short. Way too short. Why does this thing really have to be so friggin' loud? Like I have my earpiece every single morning from how loud and high pitched it is. It's a fucking alarm clock. Really need to buy a new one. Oh, look at these guys. These sprites are so adorable. Yes, you saw that right. There's only 3 hearts for Shoichi. That's how easy it is to just get on his route. Well, you know. Because basically the way it works is like after a number of character selection days, you actually get to the route of the character you want. It's different than most VMs like that, but it's also different because it's actually well written and the characters are characters, and it's more than just, oh, blank slate protagonist, because, you know, Yuichi's actually a character and not a walking piece of cardboard. After a little bit of talking, Shoichi and I decided to buy the rings we need to make the food for the party today. Even though I insisted that I could do it myself, Shoichi still decided that he should tag along. As a result, hey, maybe we should just put some of this on the yakisoba. It's coffee. It's not even good quality coffee, it's just bad espresso powder. But it should make for a fun change of flavor, right? This guy's cooking sense truly is something to marvel at. Or at least the lack of it. Oh, how about this then? I think it'd be good in the Konimiyak. I don't know how to say that. Whatever. Bean sprouts? You want me to put bean sprouts on the okonomiyaki? Yeah, I think. Crunching is gonna make for a fun texture. Your head is too messed up. Shoichi, I'm just gonna follow my own recipes. I don't want any of these fun additions. Then you could at least consider using different ingredients to make more nutritious meals. Such as... God, this dude. This gelatin powder adds a ton of protein to the food. The hell is wrong with you? You're just growing what you see on the shelves and trying to get me to put it to food. Can't go just along with it, otherwise we're going to with Mystery Food X on the party and refuse to be an accessory to mass murder. How about you just let me come on recipes, okay? This is why I didn't want to bring you along in the first place. Come on, you have to at least be open to suggestions. Your suggestions would completely kill the party, so I think I'll pass. Didn't we agree that I'd be the one in charge of the food? Do you want me to starve impediments by the decor? Point taken. Honestly, if I let him, he'd just do everything by himself. Well, I'm comfortable letting him handle it with the guests and decorations. If he had his hand in anything food-related, we'd all die. You're so fussy. Why do you always feel the need to have a hand in everything? And one goes so far as say everything. You're the one who asked me to help organize this party, and yet you're trying to tell me how to do things. What else am I supposed to call it? Point taken. So she got another bag from under my shelves, studying it with interest. What is it this time? I haven't said a word. You think I was born yesterday. You know you were just looking for an opportunity to say something. Spit it out. Think this powder milk would be good on the okonomiyaki. For a topping, I Guess it could work for a sweet version of... No, I mean for the batter of the regular ones. You know I don't use milk for my batter recipe. I use homemade beef stock. But this is low sugar and low fat. So is the stock. Also, what are you, a grandma? Since when do you care about sugar and fat? We're gonna have a bunch of 40-year-old men in there. You should trim on the fats and sugar so they don't end up putting on weight. I have a feeling that if you said something like that to them, they'd call you a sissy. I'm not a sissy, I'm an athlete. Athletes care about their weight. Try telling that to a bunch of grumpy 40-year-old men. What an out-of-context sentence that's just perfect out of context. God, this fucking game, man. It's just perfect. Oh, it's so perfect. Oh my god, stuck going offline, I'm messing up my fucking thing. Sorry, had to check something. Noted. Every time Shoichi picks up something new from the shelves, I already start sweating bullets to know how I'm going to shut down his next dumb idea. Luckily, he seems to behave himself for the most part, keeping opinions and suggestions to a minimum. Of course, I still get the occasional gem like, hey, it says here that this flour's been bleached. Shouldn't we go with a different one then? You're not supposed to be bleaching your food. It's like all common sense eludes him as soon as it involves food. You're not supposed to be a stupid person. Stop saying stupid things. God. Oh, the cake shop. This is where Keisuke took us. God, I love Keisuke. Fuck, that dude's amazing. Once the painful ordeal that was shopping is finally over, I guide Shoichi to the cake shop where I'm going to place her order. The place looks pretty good. It's my mom's favorite shop. Their cakes are kind of expensive, but you can always count on them when quality is concerned. It's good. That would absolutely destroy us if we bought a cheap cake. What's this? I spent 2 months away and you can't even buy me a decent cake? What's with this runny frosting and this texture looks like cardboard? Why does this thing taste like a shoe? It's sad that I can totally imagine him saying that. Right. By the way, have you decided on the flavor of cake yet? No, all I know is that I want a yellow sponge cake for the base. I have no idea what to use for the filling and the frosting. No, how about we get one of those sculpted cakes that are covered in fondant? Pass. Oh, why? I like those. You think your dad is going to appreciate a cake that's dry and tastes of nothing but pure sugar? Well, I guess you're right. But I don't think every single fondant cake is going to be like that. Fondant cakes take a long time to make, so they're usually already 3 or more days old by the time you're eating them. It's really hard to make them actually taste good. Sure, they can be good, but we're not running that risk. When did you become so knowledgeable at cakes? I thought you didn't bake much. I don't, but I still like reading up on this kind of stuff. It's interesting. Anyway, he's your dad. Do you have any idea what he'd like best? I don't know. He's always been kind of unpleasable. There's a pretty good chance he'll end up paying whatever it is I pick. It's not a very cheerful thought. Kinda get used to it. I've had 18 years of practice after all. Pretty sure I should be sad about this. Oh, well, now that I think about it, a coconut filling might be a good call. I didn't know your dad liked coconuts. He has a love-hate relationship with them. On the one hand, he hates seeing the actual insides of it or drinking the water. On the other hand, he loves coconut cream and coconut-flavored stuff in general. Can't he just make up his mind on it? I've been asking myself the same thing for a few years now. Well, alright then, coconut filling it is. What about the frosting? Should we go with coconut too? It's harder to decide than I thought it'd be. And I am the indecisive one. Not chocolate, but I think I'll go along with the chocolate frosting. We should probably make it semi-sweet chocolate, otherwise the cake would be way too sugary. True that. Hey, do you think they make it low-fat? Don't even start. Wow, rude. Next thing I know, you're going to be asking them to put vegetables inside or protein pills to make it more healthy. I won't do this again twice in the same day, no sir. Cider then, coconut cream filling with semi-sweet chocolate frosting. Yeah, that should be good. Dad doesn't have much of a sweet tooth anyway, so he's probably not going to have much of it no matter what we get. Hopefully the guests don't hate it. If we worry about trying to please everyone, we're going to end up ordering no cake at all. Guess so. We'll place the order now then. Sure. Wondrous, amazing, stupendous. Excuse me, Christ almighty. Luckily, it doesn't take us long to place the order once we decide on what flavor we want. Wow, it's already starting to get dark. We did leave school pretty late after all. Just got enough free time to get this done during the school day. Usually you have to wait until the weekend to do anything, that take time. Doesn't help that you took so long making pointless suggestions at the grocery store that we stayed there for nearly 2 hours. Already said I was sorry. Jeez, you're relentless. This is only the second time I mentioned it. Don't be such a drama queen. Wow, your words wound me. How did that saying go? Sticks and stones may rose, but word will never hurt me. Your version probably end with, but words give me a big owie instead. When am I a child? Certainly I act like one sometimes. Oh, pff, look who's talking here. Never said I was any different. Good, at least you're not a liar. Stacey chuckles his first swing, softening the breeze. Never really stopped to think about it before, but he really is quite a handsome guy, huh? Wow, my brain thinks of some weird stuff on occasion, yeah. You're gay, cool, wonderful. We get it. Christ on a stick, man. I just attributed this to that with Haruki a few days ago. A few days ago? Jeez, okay. Yeah, I'm just feeling overly conscious of him because of what happened on the roof. Let's be honest, the whole thing was surreal. I mean, come on, Shoichi's obsessed with me. There's no way something like that could happen, right? Right? You okay? You're spacing out again. Oh, sorry about that. I was just thinking about something. You? Thinking? How scandalous. Now it's my turn to ask, what the hell kind of opinion do you have of me? Well, at least it looks like having fun. I'm not gonna lie, planning this party has been the perfect excuse for us to spend more time together, and it's been great so far. Glad our schedule's gotten a little lighter, even if it's just for a short time. By the way, are you sure it's okay for you to come with me on a weekday? Since the student council is supposed to be really busy now we're so close to the festival. It'll be fine, they can handle this thing without me handled in their hands. Then everything will go to shit once they graduate anyway. Who are you and what have you done with Shoichi? Shut up, I'm allowed to cut you loose once in a while. Nope, that doesn't sound like you either. Go eat a dick. Come on, what's the real reason I take time off? Oh boy. Oh, it's fun. This is fun. Shoichi looks away from me, awkwardly scratching his cheek. Oh yeah. His tail is slowly swishing from side to side, showing me that he's still enjoying himself despite the situation. Wouldn't be right for me to ask you to do all this by yourself when this party was my idea. Aw, so you worried about me? How cute. Why do I get the feeling you're just looking for an excuse to mock me? Oh, you noticed? I was right? Run-up has never been easier. Shoichi's just too cute when he gets going like this. Sorry, I couldn't resist teasing you a little. Yeah, how many times I've heard this excuse already? As long as you continue being that kid, I'll continue to use that as an excuse. Cute? Since when am I cute? Oh, come on, you try to act tough like that, but you're just a sweetheart on the inside, aren't you? What's with you today? You don't usually say nice things like that to me. It's so, I didn't know I was acting different. Didn't know you would see her being flirty. Nope, that's impossible. Don't have to shut it down that fast. At least be mindful or in my pride. Sorry, big guy, just don't swing that way. Oh, that's a fucking lie. No one's saying. Oh my god. No one said you did. Huh. Neither do I. Looking too much into this. Couldn't be right, it's just something that Haruki guy would confuse me. Hey, Shoichi, you wouldn't happen to... I wouldn't happen to what? I guess I forgot what I was gonna ask. Boy, that's a bold-faced lie. Oh, what's up with that? God. Might be smart, but you're certainly not clever. At least not when it comes to this. Sorry, I guess I've been a little on the forgetful side recently. Could it be that Juna started to rub off on you? No, I don't think it's something like that. You certainly have some very wild ideas at times, huh? Well, whatever. Are we all done with the things you want to do today? Oh yeah, I guess so. God, I was really asked to drop by someplace else on the way. Not unless you'd like to go out and grab some food with me. Sure, I guess I got a couple hours to spare. Although that's probably how long you're gonna take to order anyway. Har har, we have a funny guy here. I try. Feels stronger to flick him on the forehead. By the way, I hope you don't mind me asking this, but what came out of that conversation with that you had to have with that Haruki guy? How did the conversation get to Haruki of all things? Just hear me, okay? I've been wondering about that guy since I met him on the roof. Did he really have that much of an impact on you? It's not every day you get randomly kissed by a guy out of nowhere. Yeah, right, there was that. Don't look so bothered by it now. Either way, did he say anything about what happened? No, little shit didn't bother to apologize. I swear I wanted to get him kicked off the team so badly, but the reasonable side of me won out. Let's be glad it did, otherwise I'm afraid what you would have done to the poor guy. Are you really calling him that after he kissed you? I mean, sure, it's pretty upsetting at the time, but I mean, it's just a kiss. It's no big deal. I've kissed plenty of people in my life already. None of them were guys, though. I guess this makes me a little more worldly, right? Keep telling yourself that. Eventually, you might believe it. Regardless, I don't think I'd have been able to do anything too drastic, even though I really wanted to. You're a big softy after all. As long as you have time to cool down, you're not going to have to escalate the situation. Sure, time to cool down is a key part of that sentence here. I don't always get to have that. I think our lucky stars that you did this time. God, I wish I didn't. Shoichi, no hitting people. Bad dog. Now you're treating me like a dog. Sure are cheery. It's fun to mess around every now and then. You know, you're only allowed to say every now and then if you actually work. Hey, are you calling me lazy? Certainly not calling you hardworking, that's for sure. Fine, I apologize. No need to glare at me. Really say some pretty annoying stuff every now and then. Look, he was talking. You love poking other people's buttons. Yeah, but I get a pass since I'm cute. There's so much wrong with that sentence, I don't even know where to start. It was a joke. You're supposed to nod along. Nope, you're not gonna get past with that. You're not cute. You can't pull off the cute act. Jeez, you're saying I'm not cute? That's hurtful, man. Okay, stop it like a drama queen. Why would you even like to have another man calling you cute? Got a point there. Think I'll pass. See, I knew it. Don't look so smug. Well, getting back to the subject at hand, did that sate your curiosity, or is there something else you'd like to ask? What do you mean, did it sate your curiosity? It didn't say a damn thing. We're on a tangent now, you're just trying to change the subject. Oh, you noticed that, huh? You're not slick, don't try to game me. Sorry. Alright, you want to summarize what happened after we left us at the rooftop? If possible, yes. If possible, so if I said it wasn't, I'd flick you in the nose. Don't do that, dog noses are sensitive. Some more than others. Alright, I got it. Let's see, I pulled a rookie aside to talk for a few minutes after Coach Wright practice. Little shit was actually on time for once. Gave him pretty general talking to. Told him he couldn't come and go wherever he wanted. That he wasn't allowed to disrespect coach other members. They're trying to bring what happened on the rooftop. Probably wanted to provoke me so I'd forget again. Sounds like it was a hard time. I'm not sure I'd call it a hard time. I was annoyed at most. Regardless, when I was done shooting him out, he quieted down a little. Didn't cause any problems for practice that day. Christ, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Christ, I'll be back in a second. Christ on a stick. It is really humid. And it is appearing as though it is going to rain. So that's a thing. Alright guys, I'm back. I went to the bathroom, got a bit of water, because I needed it, you know. My throat. I don't think you realize just how much doing these videos causes me to need water to drink, because Christ almighty, voice acting strains the throat. Did he agree to go see the school counselor? That's a whole other issue, one I'm afraid I won't be able to do much to fix. He's resisting the idea? Wish resisting was all he's been doing. He actively told me to go fuck myself, and to borrow his words, said that he's not a fucking pansy that needs to talk about his feelings and shit, that they said it was fine. Oh, we get it, you're a big macho man. So macho and totally not hiding a deep repressed trauma inside. That's not ideal. Not ideal, it was already grossly downplaying the severity of the situation here. You have any idea of something you could do to help? Conk him on the head, drag him unconscious by the counselor's office, and strap him down to a chair? Be serious. Problem is, I was being serious. Wow. Yeah, the situation isn't exactly easy to deal with. As long as he behaves, the school doesn't care much what he does. They'll stop pushing for it if he stops acting like a delinquent. That's fucked up. That is really, truly fucked up. Wow. Which does nothing to help him. I mean, even if he's a dick, he's suffered a lot of abuse in his life, right? A person like that needs help, not to get tossed aside. I think you're overestimating how much the school can do in this situation. It's not like I want that to happen either. Even if he's a pain in the ass member of my team, I want to help him if I can. It's not all flowers. No one has the power to force him to go see a shrink, and even if you did, you can't force him to talk. He's been dealt a bad hand in life, and he's resistant to getting help. There's not much anyone else can do about that. Even if everything he's saying makes sense, I just can't accept it. Alex, I know that look on your face. Please don't tell me you're going to seek him out. That's going to end badly. Who says I was going to do anything like that? It's written all over your face. You think about this sort of thing is unacceptable, and this sort of thing is unacceptable, how you want to take matters in your own hands, aren't you? How did you know that? At the risk of repeating myself, how long do you think I've known you for? It's not your nature to ignore someone who needs help. I know that much all too well. It's the main reason we became friends in the first place. Don't forget you're not the only one who wants to do something. I'm only doing what I can to help on my side of things. I really think you could do better. I honestly don't know, but I still don't like it. What are you, a child? Just accept there are some things you can't fix. I know that, but that doesn't mean I can just stand still and do nothing. Sure, you might be doing your best to help, but you've also got to remember the fact that you've already strapped for time with all your obligations. Something like this just wouldn't rank high on your priority list. There's no way you could dedicate enough time to helping him. Do you really have to fight me and everything? Alright, fine, I'll bite. What makes you think you do any better? You're just as strapped for time as I am most days. Sure, you're skip practice a lot, but you're still supposed to be going every day. It's only a magic formula to deal with this kind of thing. What exactly are you thinking of doing? Just sit next to him and annoying him until he accepts your friendship? Worked on you, right? You're shitting me right now, right? There is no way you're being serious. Please tell me you're not going to do that. Why shouldn't I? Well, to begin with, he's not a 6-year-old. It might have worked on me when you were that young, but do you really think annoying a pissed-off teenager is going to be the solution to his problems? Now that you mentioned it, I guess Shoichi retains his role as the voice of reason for another day. Way too rash with these things. Could you please just leave this problem alone? Let the teachers and other people in charge handle it. Sure, it's already passing the bill down to you and having you deal with it. That surely inspires trust. Then again, if I disagree with him, we'll probably be stuck here all night. Fine, whatever you say, boss. Why doesn't this make me feel more at ease? Because you know me too well. You're just imagining things. I hope for both our sakes you're telling the truth. Somehow we ended up in the diner where Saya works. Guess Shoichi wasn't kidding when he said they're open late. Both decided to order burgers since we wanted something we could eat quickly. I wish Saya-chan was on shift today. It'd be fun to tease her again. You really are a fearless man, aren't you? Even after she threatened to reveal your secret, whatever that is, you're still up for teasing her? What's life without a few risks? Unless there's no way she'd actually do it. Even Saya's a heart, you know. Is it really that bad? Your secret, I mean? As if I'd tell you what it is. Come on, I'm not asking you to tell me everything, just a little hint. Nah, no way in hell. Jeez, if you keep so much secrecy over, it's gonna make me more curious. That argument didn't work the first time, it's not gonna work now. Rats. Alright, I'll just change the subject since it seems you're not gonna budge anyway. Thank you. Although it won't lie, it's been bugging me for a while. I wonder, would Saya-chan tell me how I pestered her enough? You know, this kind of makes me an awful friend, but I really want to know. Well, I'll leave that one for another time. Is there anything else we need to get done for the party? We already got most of the shopping done today. I've already planned out how I want the decor to be done. It's not going to be anything fancy. Having a welcome home sign, custom printed for him. Other than that, it's really just balloons. I would probably chalk custom painted art as something fancy. I mean, sure, I might have splurged a little, but it's my dad. I can't just go with anything. He'd chew me out if I did. Wouldn't he also chew you out for spending too much money on something you consider silly? That is a fair point. Just somebody who's going to get chewed out regardless. This is one of those scenarios where the only way to win is not to play. Are you sure you're not going to invite Toka-chan to it? This again, I thought this subject was already settled. It is, I don't know, it's hard to swallow. I get it, but trust me, it's better for everyone involved like this. That's a very weak argument. I know he shouldn't, but sneak me up inside. Toka's also a friend of mine, and I'm pretty sure she'd be pissed if she found out Shoichi at the party and didn't invite her. Please tell me you're not plotting something. What are you talking about? That look on your face. It's the I'm about to do something really bad look you have sometimes. Well, I'm not doing anything. The likelihood of me believing that is nearly zero. Do you really have that little faith in me? Yes. Rude. Promise I'm not up to anything. There, does that ease your worries? Hardly, but I guess that's all I'm getting. Jeez, why do you have to be so suspicious of me? I totally am going to invite Toka without saying anything, but jeez, what does a guy do to get some trust around here? I guess all I'll take is to not be me. Nah, more about the consequences later. Right now, I'll just focus on righting the wrong I'm faced with. Guess I'm done here. Look down at Shoichi's plate and see there's not even a single crumb left. Jesus, how did you finish it so fast? I was hungry. I can see that. Give me a few minutes to finish my own food, we can be on our way. Sure, isn't like I have a set time to get home or anything. That's the look I'm gonna miss once my dad gets back home. You really think he's gonna crack down on you that hard? Maybe there's gonna be more freedom if you did just take care of yourself for 2 months. Kidding me? This isn't my first time going down this road. Sure, it's been the longest trip yet, but there is no way he's going to miss opportunity to control me. That means a strict curfew, a limited time to play games, being forced to study for a set number of hours. You'd already reviewed all the subject already, yada yada, same old, same old. Really wish I would notice the fact you've already been a responsible person your own, and that you don't need ridiculous rules like that. Maybe when pigs fly, until then I'll hope is all I have. That sucks. Wow, his dad sounds like a piece of shit. Could it be because his dad actually is a piece of shit? We'll find out, I suppose. God. Shoichi's awfully silent right now. I wonder what's going on in that head of his. Done. Really are a slowpoke even when you're eating. Shut up, not everyone inhales their food like you do. Shoichi and I pay for our parts of the bill. We walk back home under the night sky. Stars don't shine nearly as bright where we are, so close to the heart of the city. Still, it is a pleasant sight. Shoichi walks me over heading back to his own house. I'll get started that invite for Itoka-chan. Oh boy, May 20th, Saturday. So cool. And I didn't have to choose that time, which means that we're already on his route. So amazing. We're on his route now. Cool. I'm going to save it because I don't trust myself. Which one is the save? It's this one, right? Yes, it's this one. Yes, I want to overwrite my save. Please and thank you. It's 2 p.m. right now, in case you're wondering. Yep, it's 2 p.m. Amazing. Excuse me, Mom. Good morning. Thanks for coming again. You give me happily first thing in the morning, a wide smile plastered all over his face. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Oh no, looks like you have a case of the mornings, a bad one. Tell me about it. Just the sound my alarm gone off is already enough to make my mood tank. Boy, you really aren't a morning person at all, huh? Good thing I don't live with you. Not only this is the first time you've seen me like this either. That might be true, but it's still amusing nonetheless. Sure, laugh at my misery. I'm just a clown to you, aren't I? No, I wouldn't go that far. I kinda want to punch you right now. Well, that would be very bad. Why don't you just come on in and relax for a bit before we get started in the preparation for the party? No, things are already going to be time consuming as they are, with the amount of dishes I have to make, and needing them all to be finished just a bit before it starts, I need to get all the prep work out of the way soon. Not to mention the fact that you still need to do with the decor. I was hoping you could help me with that, but I wouldn't want to inconvenience you at this point. You're not in the best mood for me to be asking for more favors. I'm glad you don't have to push your luck, but I'm still going to help you with that regardless. Really? Well, I wasn't expecting that. Sure, once I'm willing with the prep work, I can help. I do come prepared to do to do at least that much. Thanks, Alex. You really are a lifesaver. Walk right past the living room and head straight for the kitchen. Are the ingredients still where I left them? It's like loudly screaming from the living room. Yep, I haven't so much as touched them. Wouldn't want you to have you scramble to find stuff when you're trying to concentrate on cooking. Good boy. At least you've thought this through. I always think stuff through. Also, just call me a good boy. Doesn't matter. I need to focus on what I'm doing. Talk to you later. Pick up Shoichi's kitchen knife and make sure to inspect for any nicks or bends on the cutting edge. I also make sure to test out the sharpness before I try to do anything with it, using the honing steel I brought from my house to realign the edges. Poor thing. Such high quality knives are wasted in this household. I wish I could take you puppies home with me. These still look so brand new, I doubt they're used very often. Well, not that it really matters. As soon as I've ascertained that there is no longer anything wrong with the knife, I get to work on chopping and dicing my ingredients. Start with the meats, since many of them need to marinate in the sauces for hours before they can be cooked. That part luckily doesn't take me very long. The vegetables are a little trickier. I prioritize the ones that I'll need to make the marinade, since I need to get the meat soaking as soon as possible. Make sure. Oh, we passed the 1 hour mark. Cool. Make sure to chop all that I need and begin preparing my marinades. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, and cooking sake and a few aromatics. I'm not going too overboard with everything fancy here. I'm also not going to add any crazy last minute ingredients like a certain somebody I know does. Bless you. Would you look at that? I guess the saying is true after all. Fuck off. Oh boy, what's going on in the fucking Discord land right now? Literally nothing. Amazing. Absolutely nothing. Wondrous. Amazing. Cool. I don't know what I expected, but whatever. Anyway, get the marinades out of the way and put all the bowls in the fridge to rest. Done with that at least. Now I begin the painstaking process of peeling and dicing all the vegetables. Tomatoes, potatoes, burdock, scallions, daikon, lotus roots, bamboo shoots, peppers, carrots. And I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says. I don't put tomatoes in a fruit salad, so I'm not calling the damn thing a fruit either. Either way, by the time I'm done peeling and chopping all my vegetables, my hands are still already shaking from exhaustion. Preparing food for this many people really is harder than I thought. Really have to give restaurant workers more credit for all the work they have to do every day. How's it going over here? You've been out for quite a while. Of course I have. I ate piles and piles of vegetables and meats that needed to be prepared, and I'm doing it all by myself. This is supposed to take time. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Do you need me to help with you on anything? No, I'm already done with the brunt work anyway. I just need to tidy the kitchen up, and I can leave the rest when I actually go to cook them in a few hours. Not to mention the fact I don't want you anywhere near this food. I feel like just having Shoichi touch it would already doom it to go bad. No, that's great. Does that mean you come with the decorating now? At least give me a few minutes to rest. My hands are still stinging from all that work. I feel like my left hand is going to be stuck permanently in a claw shape because of how long I spent holding the vegetables in place. Sorry, of course you can rest. There's no rush. I've gotten a lot of work done outside in the meantime. How long does it take me to finish the prep work anyway? A little longer than I expected, but you still did everything under 2 hours. Great, I was hoping to get it all wrapped up before lunchtime. It's just a little past 10 a.m. right now, so I'd say you did a pretty good job at that. Thanks. Why don't you go back to the living room and take a break? I'm going to tidy things up for a bit before I walk out there, and we can both rest for a bit before we continue. No, I'll tidy up. That way we can get it done faster, and you can rest for a while longer. Well, and us you. Definitely going to say no to that. You're already doing a ton of work. Help me prepare this party, and I'm not joking when I call it a ton of work. This is the least I can do. You could also pay for lunch. That'd be another good way to make it up to me. Wasn't expecting you to ask that. Didn't you just say this was a ton of work? You could at least buy me food to make up for it, right? I mean, of course I'm not going to say no, but you really shouldn't be springing this on me out of nowhere. You could ask me yesterday night. No, don't be so dramatic. We both know you always carry money around and you've never had an issue with treating me before. Again, the treating you isn't the issue. I just don't like having stuff sprung up on me. Yeah, whatever you say, princess. You suck. Fucking hell. Why are they friends? I say as if I don't do this with my friends all the time, too. God. Shoichi orders some food shortly after we finish the cleaning in the kitchen. We have a relaxing meal whilst chatting up in the living room to some television in the background. See that guy there? He's the Japanese national volleyball team setter. The guy's a monster, I'm telling you. Unsurprisingly, you're watching a volleyball match. Two top teams in the Japan circuit going against each other. One of them is Japan's main setter, the other has Japan's main spiker. Shoichi can't drop the running commentary for the entirety of the match, always gasping and making noises as he watches it going. In fact, I swear I can even see a little twinkle in his eye as he watches the game. Seen that twinkle before, of course. He always has it whenever he's talking about or playing volleyball. That's actually the only time when he has it. Oh, that was a very bold setup. Japan's setter, the person Shoichi's definitely watching the closest, just performed an insane move to take the point. Saw that? You saw how he did that? Man, the control that guy has over his body's inhuman. He's like a beast. Ball was already waist high and it didn't look like anyone could do an overhead toss with it. Setter did what looked like a football sliding tackle to place himself below the ball and tossed it from that position, allowing his team to do a quick attack. Just to think about the kind of reflex and skill to pull that off, I can easily tell this player is terrifying. You're playing like a beast when I watch you on the court, too. Oh, please don't flatter me. I'm nowhere near that guy's skill level. I will never be. Just an ordinary guy with a hobby, nothing special. I don't know. If you really were nothing special, I don't think you would ever become one of the best setters in Junior Japan. You were even asked to join the Japan youth team several times, and I still can't believe you keep denying the requests. I deny them because I have more important things to do. If I were to spend that much time volleyball, I wouldn't have any to deal with my obligations. But you love volleyball. Why not do it? I like volleyball as a hobby, but by no means do I love it. Nice try, Pinocchio, as if anyone was going to believe that. Serious. Sound like you're trying to convince yourself more than anything. I still maintain that I think you could become just as good as that guy. It's a nice thought, but miracles don't happen in the real world, you know. I think you have a tendency to sell yourself short far too often. Whatever you say, can we just drop the subject? Fine, fine, forget I said anything. Thank you. It's so frustrating. Every time I try to encourage him to pursue volleyball more passionately, he just gets prickly like this. It's obvious to me that he loves volleyball, and he just keeps acting as if it's just whatever to him. Makes my blood boil. Not to mention how much of a waste it is. Someone of his skill level shouldn't just quietly enroll into a college and become some dime a dozen salary man. Yeah, I think I know, yeah. Fuck. Think our break has gone on long enough. How about we get back to work? Sure, what do you need me to do? Help me hang out the damn banner and the ribbons. One thing I can already tell you for sure, you bought too many ribbons. Don't have to use them all. Isn't that a waste? What else would you use them for? What does it matter? They're super cheap anyway. You really should value your money more. If it's not wasted if spending it brings me joy. Whatever you say, Buster. Grab that on a banner for me. Also, why did you buy a congratulations it's a boy sign and paint over it? Well, they don't make signs that say welcome home, Dad, do they? Weren't you gonna have a custom sign made for it? I was, but the only place I found that does that sort of thing said they couldn't do a deadline. I ended up doing it myself. Looks so sloppy, though. Yeah, well, arts and crafts was never really my thing, okay? Just shut up and hang this damn thing. Ah, Captain. With that irritating grin off your face. Sheesh, someone's crabby all of a sudden. It's your fault for making fun of my handiwork. Now move. How long do we have until the guests start to arrive? About 6 hours. There's still plenty of time. Oh, good. That means I don't have to worry about being able to finish all the cooking. You already did most of the time-consuming stuff already, so it should be fine. By the way, are you sure you don't want me to help with the cooking? I think you go faster. You took care of the preparations and left the cooking to me. I'm not good at sharing a kitchen. Sheesh, really crappy at teamwork, huh? Actually, I just don't want to risk giving everyone food poisoning. Managed to finish all the preparations right in the nick of time. Finished preparing the last dish just as the first guest knocked on the door. We rented these nifty chafing dishes for the night so we could keep the food warm while the guests enjoyed themselves. I really cut closer to the deadline than I feared. Steadily dodging Shoichi's room as that began to fill up using the change of clothes. I ran to make sure I was fresh enough to be at the party. The place filled up really quickly though. I'm truly shocked. I guess Takahiko-san only knows very punctual people. There's just Shoichi and this sea of people already got in the living room. Less than 20 minutes after the set time, most of the guests are already accounted for. Used to only seeing people arrive at least 1 hour after the decided times, which is certainly a bit weird to me. I know he told me how many people he was planning on inviting for this party, but I never really stopped to think what it would mean in a living room this big. The place isn't exactly cramped, but try to find a specific person in this sea of people. We're not 30 minutes since the party started. Everything has been going pretty smoothly so far. He managed to talk Shoichi out of this crazy last-minute idea, namely that he could be cooking for his father instead. I can only imagine the disaster it would be if all these people were unwilling to eat one of his nasty concoctions. Don't think they realize just how close they came to death today. Really, dude? I highly doubt it's that bad. Just then I see him in the corner talking with the guests. We laughed at something the man said, and the man walks away. No, he saw me. Hey, Alex, I haven't seen you for a bit. I was worried you bailed on me. Not gonna lie, the idea is tempting. I think I've already had 4 or 5 people stop me to try and talk about accounting, or was it stocks? I don't even remember anymore. My dad's friends aren't exactly the most exciting bunch of people there are. They don't seem to mind, though. I just saw you smell and laugh from the guy just now. I was being polite. Over the years, I've just gotten pretty good at faking laughter. Believe me, you need to survive some situation that I deal with. Oh, I believe it. What scares me is that now I'm gonna be thinking about what he's really for next time he's all smiles. Seriously though, I didn't think this party would be this boring. Well, we're not the only ones meant to be having fun here, you know. True, but would it hurt to at least have some decent music playing? I feel like I'm stuck inside an elevator. It wouldn't be too far off, to be honest. I just put together a playlist that wouldn't drown out conversation. You know not everyone likes loud music and dancing. I don't like those things either, but I still think we might have been better off with those. Again, do remember this party isn't for our sake. Yeah. Your food seems to be a hit, though. Everyone's tried it, only had good things to say. I'd hope so. I labored over the stove over 6 hours to get everything done for the day. Sorry, I promise to make it up to you for your help. No, I don't need to. I had fun helping you plan this thing, even if the party itself turned out pretty dull. You might say that, but the guests themselves seem to be enjoying it quite a bit. Of course they are. They're all old. Not everyone in my dad's firm is old, you know. There are at least 5 people under 30, not counting us, of course. I find that a little hard to believe, but I'll defer to your judgment. I'm just glad you're here to keep me company. I'd probably gone to a room just screaming at a pillow if I was here on my own. Oh, come on, I know this is boring, but it's not that bad in here. Try spending most of your life in places like these. Trust me, it starts to grin your nerves little by little. I didn't know you gone to these kind of parties before. Is it really all that surprising? Dad wants me to join a good college so I can go to work for his company once I graduate. I'll get to live the same boring lifestyle he has. If you don't like the idea, then why don't you say something about it? It's not that simple. Why not? Like I said, it's complicated. Let's talk about something else, okay? Okay. For some reason, his reaction seems a bit weird to me. Not quite sure why. It bothers me, though. Looks like someone's time for my dad to arrive from the airport. Is flight landed already? About 40 minutes ago. Dad sent me a message when he landed, telling me to order some food, so he had something more to eat when he arrived. Pretty sure we overshot that goal there. Well, we literally have enough food for feed over a dozen people. I'm sure he's not going to be expecting that. I just hope your dad likes the food. After all, it's nothing fancy. He's been overseas for a while. I'm sure he's missing regular Japanese food. Well, in that case, we're probably safe. Of course we are. Plus, your food is so delicious, there's no way Dad would complain about it. Aw, thanks. Yeah, just acted one up around the house. Cool. Well, I guess that's him. Wonder how surprised he'll be when he sees all the people in here. And hopefully he'll end up giving him a heart attack. That's why I didn't tell people to jump out and yell surprise. Fair enough. Although, to be honest, I can't really imagine Takahiko-san being that surprised. He's always been a very unflappable man. The ultimate poker face. Oh, fuck this piece of shit. I hate you. I hate this bitch. My god. Just one look at him, I know I fucking hate his guts. As soon as Takahiko-san opens the door and walks in, he freezes. His eyes widen as he scans the room, seeing all the people gathered here now with their attentions turned to him. What's going on? I don't fucking know what voice to give him. What's going on here? It's a welcoming party. We decided to throw one for you since you were all away for so long. She gives another few taps in the back. Takahiko-san stares at him with furrowed brows. Can't tell whether he's confused or annoyed. How did you even manage to organize all this? Alex helped me with the organization. I used your contact book to find people to invite. Once I got in touch with your friends, finding the rest is easy. I see. Muttered dryly under his breath. Been a while, Dad. It's good to see you again. Yes, it's good to see you too, I suppose. Seems him after a time, a small smile showed up on his face. This might not be the worst idea. Onestra makes a polite bow towards the crowd. Thank you for going on with my son's idea. This was a nice surprise indeed. Once he adjusts to them, his friends and coworkers start walking up to him, giving him little taps in the back, shaking his hand and chatting excitedly. Takahiko-san has a curt smile on his face the whole time. He's not the most emotive person I know, so it's hard to tell what he's feeling at times. Shoichi once told me his father could be having the happiest day of his life, and at most he would just chuckle. And considering what I've learned about him over the years, I would definitely take that to be true. Oh, and Alex-kun. Yes? That is once again the time for me. Thank you for helping my idiot son organize this. Idiot son, what gives? I grinned at Shoichi in surprise in response. Oh, I know what'll help your mood. Shoichi walked away from his coast kitchen towards the chafing dishes where the food was being kept. Here you go, Dad. I'm sure this will feel great for you after such a long flight. Shoichi brings a plate full of the different foods I prepared for today, presented to his father with glee. Takehiko-san eyes the plate suspiciously, hesitating for a second. Out of curiosity, who prepared this? Well, I wanted to, but Alex told me it would be best if I handled the decoration. I'm better with that sort of thing. He ended up doing all the cooking on his own. The cake is the only thing he didn't make. Oh, in that case, this is okay. After ascertaining that his son had no hand in the preparation of the meal before him, Takehiko-san accepts the plate with a smile. Needless to say, being Shoichi's father, Takehiko-san has been subjected to his son's lack of cooking skills far more often than I. I'm surprised he even chooses to keep it a secret. If I were in his shoes, I'd have told Shoichi never to cook again much sooner. But then again, I've also had a lot of food. I've also had a lot of food in the past 12 years and I've never said anything. Guess we're all spineless in the end. Alex-kun, your cooking has improved a lot since I've last tasted it. Well, it has been a few years after all. Glad you like it. Shoichi and I had a lot of fun planning this party. I'm surprised you two managed to plan something like this and get all these people here. My co-workers are usually incredibly busy. Well, not all the people we invited would come. I think at least 1/3 of them had a decline. Still, it's pretty great, isn't it? Yes, I will admit it is. If you don't mind, I'm going to meet my friends and co-workers for a bit. I will come back to you two later. Of course, Dad, have fun. Let me take off this blazer first. We won't need us inside my own house. Much better. Couldn't wait to take that damn thing off. Read you two later. Thank you again for the party, Alex-kun. Takehiko-san nods in my direction and walks away, quickly being engulfed by the mass of people in the room. That's weird. Why is he acting like I'm the one who organized the whole thing? He barely acknowledged you at all. Don't mind him. Dad's always like that. I don't remember him being like this when you're younger. People grow up. You can't treat me like a child forever. Getting recognition as being treated like a child? Since when? I don't know. It still doesn't sit well with me. You think the guests for coming, thank me for organizing, just brushed you off. Well, you let it go. We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves here. How? We're alone in the middle of the most boring party ever. Hey. Oh, boo-hoo. Don't get offended with that. Of course the party's gonna be boring. It wasn't made for the two of us in mind. When we're playing elevator music, we're crying out loud. I guess. But hey, at least you have good food. I guess that's a start. So what are we supposed to do now? That is a good question. It'd be very useful if you could at least give a suggestion. What do you expect me to say? We can't just leave the party. That would just piss Dad off. Can't we go to your room or do something in there? Play video games, maybe? It'd be great, but Dad doesn't like when I play video games after 8 p.m. What are you, a child? Don't look at me like that. I live in his house. The only thing to do is follow his rules. Yep, this is a house, not a military boot camp. What do you know about the military? Shut up, that's not the point. Got ya. All joking aside, though, I have no idea why we could just hang around and chat like this. Boring. Jeez, I'm not interested enough for you, Your Highness. Oh, come on, you know that's not what I meant. I hope she gets here soon. You hope who gets here soon? Oh, nothing. It's nothing, really. Alex, who did you... Just then, the sound of the door echoes behind us. Hey, how's the party going? Toka? The girl standing before Toka, Shoichi's little sister. She crosses both of her arms, smiling smugly at her brother. Little bird told me you didn't want to invite me to this super cool party you're throwing. What gives? You called her behind my back? Siblings aren't supposed to ignore one another, so yeah, I called her over. I've got half a mind to club you over there with a bat. Now, violence is never the answer. You're so dead. Seriously, Shoichi, why didn't you want to invite me? You throw a party for her dad, and you don't put me on the guest list? I'm wounded. It's complicated. Oh, please don't. It's complicated to me. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? Spill. Toka, what are you doing here this late? Does Mom know you're here? You know she doesn't want you and Dad spending time together. I'm not a child. I can spend time with my father if I want to, and Mom isn't going to stop that. Neither will you. She scowls, baring her fangs at Shoichi. He merely watched her without reacting, not minding it one bit. Is that what this was about? You didn't want to upset Mom? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. She's always overthinking things. That's only because you never think things over, so I have to compensate. By the way, Hitoka, why are you wearing your school uniform on a Saturday night? She smiles at the rest of her uniform, twirling around when she stands and giggling. Why wouldn't I wear it? It's adorable, but don't I look super cute in it? You do. I hadn't noticed. Oh! She punched him on the shoulder, making him yell. What's that for? You're being rude. Hitoka shifts her weight around her between her feet, leaning forward and staring up at him threateningly. Shoichi looks leaned back and away from her. How was I rude? My big brother, your job is telling me I look cute no matter what. What? Where'd you get a crazy idea? Where'd you get such a crazy idea from? That's a big brother's #1 duty. Hitoka, I'm afraid of hearing the answer, but have you been drinking? Oh, that hurts. Good. Maybe I'll knock some sense into your head. Guys, can you two dial it down a little? Oh, okay. She immediately turns around to face and put both her arms behind her back and giggling cheerfully. I'll never understand women. That's why you can never find a girlfriend. Sure, that's why. Speaking of girlfriends... Oh no, here it comes. How's going? You're single, right? How about you take me out somewhere? Isn't that a great idea? It'd be super fun, right? She starts pressing herself against me and giggling some more. I really don't think that's a good idea. Oh, why not? You're giving tons of other girls a chance. Why not me? Am I not cute enough? That is really besides the point. Then what's the point? I'm a really cute girl, right? Lots of guys at my old school wanted to date me. I've already had some hitting me in the new school, too. Sure be good enough for you. So beside the point. Shoichi help. You invite her without my consent, you deal with her. Don't talk about me like I'm some sort of problem you can pass on to others. You hit an Alex has nothing to do with me. He already knows where I stand on this. He does? Oh yes, I do. Still remember it quite clearly. Screw my sister and you won't live to regret it. Well, you won't have to worry about that, buddy, because he's fucking gay. Not like I'd ever even consider it anyway. Which feels too incestuous. Hitoka-chan, why don't you go say hello to Dad? This is his party, after all. As if she remembered that, she steps away from me, making a humming noise as if you were thinking something over. I guess you're right. I'll back in a bit, then I want to catch up, okay? It's been a while since the three of us hung out together. Sure, we'll be waiting. Dad, hi! God, that sucked. She walks off and leaves, waving her arm to call her father's attention. She's still very intense. I'll say. Now, would you mind explaining to me what my sister's doing here tonight? God, the one thing about this VN that I absolutely think Basket nails is the different expressions. Like, just the eyes changed, and that alone is enough to completely change the emotion being portrayed. It's so good. It's just, wow. I just thought it'd better if you two talked over whatever you had that made you not want to invite her. So you're saying you have no idea what motives are, and you still thought you had the right to completely ignore my words and invited her anyway? Well, when you put it that way... There's no other way to put it, you moron! Yeah. Switching her on my shoulder, shake me violently. What the hell do you have in that head of yours? Air was my simple instruction to understand? I'm sorry. Hell you are, you still think you're justified. You're just saying what you think I want to hear. I couldn't just sit around and let you blow her up because of someone's squabble or whatever. There's no squabble, you jackass. I just didn't want her coming here today because I knew Dad would be in a bad mood after a long-ass flight and a failed trip, and I didn't want to risk him being rude to her. Why didn't you tell me? Because I don't need to go around telling you all my family's problems, you moron. Are you gonna keep insulting me all night? That depends. You're gonna keep being a dumbass all night? He has quite a wide array of insults memorized when he's angry, doesn't he? I'm really sorry, but please calm down. No, I should whack you upside the head to see if that knocks some sense into you. You already said that. Because it's true. Oh man. It's been a while since I've had Shoichi's anger directed at me. But I hope Dad doesn't do or say anything upset or I swear to God I'm taking it out on you. I'm screwed. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I shouldn't have done anything. Damn right you shouldn't have. Don't stick your nose in other people's business. If I say no, that means no. I'm sorry. I had to the bathroom, wash my face, and to cool off for a bit. Oh, okay. Man, I screwed up. I think it'd be a big deal if I invited her to the party. I thought I'd be helping him. I really have to learn to keep out other people's business. Hey, where's Shoichi? He went off to the bathroom. Oh, got it. Her eyes immediately glue onto my face, examining every inch of it. Is there something on my face? Did you and my brother have a fight? Oh, why did you? Your eyes are red. You kind of look like you're about to cry. What? Well, maybe cry is an exaggeration, but you still look pretty sad. She's been a very perceptive girl. Not to mention the fact that she and Shoichi are probably the people that know me best outside my family. Is it because of me? Kinda. I got in hot water for inviting you when he told me not to. He's just a knucklehead sometimes. I should really give him peace on my mind. Kale lashes to one side of the other. Fur bristled. Don't. He's already upset enough. Please don't give him a hard time. Gaze softens when she sees the look on my face. Fine, but just because she asked me not to. Thank you, Itoka-chan. Jeez, I was planning to be a little happier to see me. The two of us have barely talked the past few months. What, really? Yeah, whenever I call him, he cuts the conversation short. If I try asking him to spend time with me, he just tells me he's busy and blows me off. It sucks. Shoichi, what is going on with you? I wonder, could it be that he's too busy being focused on you? And his crush of you? Maybe. That might be it. Yeah, that might be it. That's definitely possibly it. Yeah, totally. Things have never really been the same since the divorce. I guess he might have taken it harder than we thought. I don't know why. It was pretty clear why the two were splitting up, and it had nothing to do with Shoichi. People don't have to feel personally guilty to feel bad at Itoka-chan. She pounced, looking away from me. I guess not, but it still doesn't make sense to me. If you think things are bad between me and him, you should see how it is with Mom. He hasn't called her visitor since then. He hasn't? No, I know it's horrible of me to think it, but I think I'm afraid I might hate Mom for it. No way he would. That's just not like him. The way he's been treating us isn't like him either, but he's still doing it. Guess that's true. Shoichi, what's going on with you? Why are you hiding from me? I'm back. Did he just cry his eyes out? Fuck. When he shows up again, his cheeks are puffy and his fur is damp. Geez, did you open a faucet on top of your head? Something like that, yeah. Itoka, be serious now. Does Mom know you're here? He voices gaze her hands, clenching around her arms. What's it to you? Don't give me that attitude. Don't make me worry any more than I already do. Are you going to get in trouble with Mom for coming here? Relax. She thinks I'm sleeping over at a friend's house today. You've been lying to Mom to spend the night out? What are you? You haven't been using that excuse to spend the night with boys, have you? What? Ew, no. What kind of girl do you think I am? Besides, there's only one boy I'm interested in, you know it. Ugh. Hearing those words already makes the fur in the back of my neck stand at attention. I guess this is one situation where I'm glad you have bad taste in men. Hey, I'm staying right here, you know. So, you really think I'm going to call a playboy like you a catch? I'm not a playboy. Sorry, Alex, couldn't even I have to disagree. You two suck. Oh, I'm sure a lot of girls have sucked with you before, and I've certainly not one of them. What? Could you please not say sexual stuff while I'm standing right here as you're breaking my heart? Oh, boo-hoo. I'm a big girl now. Stop feeling like a child. No, I can't accept that. She's right, you know. At some point you have to accept that she's grown up. I want to hear that from... I don't want to hear that from the guy that throws a hissy fit whenever his brother has a date. That's different. Aki's only 12. Wait, Aki and are dating already? Damn, he's gonna turn into another Alex, isn't he? Well, I hope not. With a face like his, he could break a lot of young girls' hearts. Please don't talk to my brother like that. See, you don't like this kind of talk either, so don't try telling me to treat my sister differently. Yeah. You don't throw the towel so fast. Miko pouts banana on her hip and staring me down. Sorry, Hidoga-chan, I can't really challenge him on this. Of course you can, I'm right after all. You two are so annoying sometimes. I also don't want to hear that from the person who lied to our mother to spend the night outside. Hey, you should be glad that I'm here. What if I lied to Mom and then gone somewhere else? You're not helping your point any with this. So what a fussy man. You're never gonna get a girl if you keep acting like that. It's not like I'm looking for one anyway. So what, you're just gonna live the rest of your life alone? Only 18, I'm way too young to be worrying about this kind of thing. It's right about that. No, I don't want you of all people backing me up. You had more girlfriends than all other guys our age in the school combined. You just hurt my point. Hey. Luca breaks into laughing fit, desperately trying to hold herself back. She takes deep breaths. Got some very she tries to calm herself down. Oh god, you two are just... You sound like an old married couple bickering. It's amazing. I refuse to take part in this conversation. Oh, come on, even if you admit that I'm right. I thought you guys had grown up a bit, but you still bicker about the most stupid things. If you think the two of us bicker a lot, you should see what Shoichi's like with Keisuke. Oh, I think I met him once. He's the cute bunny junior, right? Refuse this conversation. She's fine, relax a little. Trying to. You're not making it easy. My little sisters might try to make things hard for you. In that case, I wish you weren't so good at your job. Doka chuckles, giving her brother a playful punch in the shoulder. Still, you guys barely talk to me nowadays, so I need to take my chances to pester you while I get them. I talk to you every now and then. Passing hay in the hallway doesn't count. Oh, then never mind. Though I invited you to an event last month, I decided it wouldn't be right for me to do so. An event? What event? A friend of ours was performing a piano competition. I wanted to invite you, but I was afraid of making him more nervous on that day. The Toka's never met June either, right? Yeah, therein lay the problem. I could know your friends if you bothered to hang out with me and introduce me to people. I suppose. What, you're gonna avoid giving me a proper answer? How's school going for you? That was a lame attempt to change the subject. I'm gonna be merciful you today and pretend I didn't notice what you're trying to do. That's more than I consider doing. School's been fine. A few of my friends passed the entrance exam with me, but they ended up getting sent to different classrooms, so I still had to make new friends. Is everyone treating you well? There's no picking on you, is there? Picking on me? How old do you think I am? Oh, shut up. I'm just worried about you. If you're worried about me means I get treated like a 5-year-old, then I'll pass. There's no pleading you, is there? Sibling squabble. Truly the most entertaining kind of squabble. Wish I had some popcorn while I watch this. Pleasing me is easy. You're just too knuckleheaded to see how. Well, sorry, princess. There's only so much I can figure out if you don't tell me stuff. We were kids, Satoki used to go along with everything her older brother said. Only recently started growing defiant towards him. I have to say, it really makes things more amusing for me. You know, as fun as it is to watch you two bickering, I'm getting a little tired of being sidelined. Oh, great. It seems the two of us have become a comedy act for him. Doga-chan shrugs. I don't mind. At least that means someone is paying attention to me, like a certain older brother I have. We message almost every day. Messaging is too impersonal. I would actually call you and see you. Is it too much to ask? I already told you I'm busy. Is that so? How come we all hang out together at least once a week? Shh! Some of my words from my mouth, so she becomes panicked, trying desperately to shush me. Hitoka-chan merely smiles, a smile filled with pure scorn. Oh, you hang out with your friends every week, huh? That's funny. I guess your schedule's a little more lax, you might lead me to believe. No, that's not, I mean, I didn't, it's just... Oh boy, seeing him struggle to find the words is so much fun. Love causing discord between people. I really should do it more often. You traitor, why are you trying to get me in trouble? Me? I have no idea what you're talking about. Liar.
I'm the one who's been calling you a liar, you useless older brother.
Toga, I swear I can explain.
Try me.
Well, you see. She turns sideways, looking at him with eyes full of judgment.
You're awful sometimes.
Now tell me again how I'm bad older brother because I don't want my brother to be dating. I get a feeling I'd have a lot more ammo against you if you got my nerves. Are you seriously going to ride me out to my sister?
It's pretty fun.
Boy, you suck.
Pot calling the kettle black.
Yes, ma'am. Toga, I just...
Save the explanations. I don't want to hear them. From now on, I'm going to spend time with older brother, even if I have to force you.
There's nothing I can say to scream out of this, is there?
Absolutely not.
I feel I'll be seeing a Toga a lot more in the near future. I have to be honest, it'll be nice to have someone who can still fear in Shoichi's heart. Alex, you were aiming for this from the very beginning, weren't you?
Pardon?
I'm so getting back to you for this.
Feel free to try. In the meantime, Matoka-chan, tell me more about what you've been up to recently. Preferably the things that piss your brother off.
There's no way she's anything that could piss me off to tell us. Giggling, Matoka crossed her arms again.
Oh, I can think of a few things, but I'll stay silent on the matter.
Talk. Now.
Oh, he snapped. Shoichi, you're so easy to manipulate.
Manipulate?
She's obviously just having fun at your expense.
I miss the cute little sister who didn't give me grief for no reason other than because she could.
And I miss having an older brother who was actually present in my life, so I'm afraid we're both just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it.
Man, I think if you and Keisuke teamed up, you'd probably give Shoichi an aneurysm. I have goosebumps just to imagine what those two could do to me.
I didn't get that sort of vibe from when we first met.
He's not really all that open with new people, don't worry, once you get to know him better. It'll be no time before you two are making Shoichi's life hell together. Please, please just stop talking, I'm already terrified.
Really, I'm having a blast.
I hate you.
Well, putting your misery aside, what have you been up to lately? I imagine you must have been pretty busy lately because of the school festival.
Yeah, I am. It took us quite a bit of time to finalize the budget for the festival, but all the issues we're having have been fixed.
I'm thinking of joining the student council this year.
Why do you hate yourself?
You know, it really speaks a lot about terrible must be working the council when the president himself asks a question like that to a potential new member.
Don't get me wrong, I like what I do, but it's also a lot of work.
I don't mind working. I also used to help Dad with stuff from his work before the divorce, remember?
Huh. Now that I think about that, it's true.
Toga puffs her up with pride, her tail wagging. I'm very diligent at work. I'm sure I'd be a great secretary. Besides, that means I get some more time with you in a place where you have no way of saying no.
And here I thought your reasons were selfless. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but you have no open spots left in the council.
What?
Oh, the look of utter and complete shock in her face, it's priceless.
Student council's been really popular since Shoichi joined. It's mostly girls who want to get closer to him now.
I don't care what their reasons are, so long as they pull their weight. You have any idea how many people I've had to kick out of the council the past 2 years?
Good thing I never joined.
No, I wouldn't even accept your application in the first place.
Yeah, that's just rude.
Don't try acting all cute and how we both know you wouldn't do office work to save your life.
What? You really have that little faith in me?
Faith in you? Oh, you crack me up.
You're only being mocked here. Alex, you no offense, but I think you're the last person anyone would rely on for that kind of work.
How is that not supposed to be offensive?
I did start my sentence by saying no offense. That's gotta be worth something, right?
No, I hadn't thought of that one, Toka. That's a good one. This family is seriously messed up sometimes.
Really? Is it though? Is it messed up? It's just normal family shit. It's normal sibling bullshit. I should know I have a sister. She drives me insane sometimes. Other times she's like my best friend. It's, crazy. Once the last guest heads home, we begin working the cleaning. At one point, at least one good thing I can say about boring parties is that, like these, that they don't leave too much junk behind to clean. Well, Shoichi's dad is sitting down on the couch in silence with a bottle of sake in his hand, doing nothing but looking at the ceiling.
It's okay, you don't have to help us clean, you can just leave it to Alex and me.
Don't be stupid, I'll go fetch if the three of us do it. Plus, at least this way I can actually do something to help. Since you didn't bother to bring me into the plan for my own dad's party.
You will not let this go, huh?
Not in your life. She puts a bunch of stacked cuss inside a trash bag, a smile going from ear to ear. By the way, what'd you think of the party at Toga-chan? She pauses, bringing a hand to her chin, making an exaggerated sound.
Food was really good. So was the cake. I like those two the best.
She then purses her lips, leaning towards the two of us to whisper something.
The party itself is kind of boring, but I guess it's the thing Dad enjoys.
Shoichi snorts, scratching his stick with amusement. Oh good, that's already 3 people who thought so.
Let me guess, the other 2 people are you two.
Of course. Wouldn't have expected though, this party wasn't thrown for us. It was supposed to be an office party for Dad.
In that case, you certainly nailed it.
Oh, thank you. Not sure whether I want to take that as a compliment. I just hope your dad enjoyed the party. So do I. It's really hard to tell with him.
As if that's surprising. He's got one of the biggest poker faces I've ever seen.
Maybe we should ask him? Be my guest.
Well, I have to ask him. He's your father.
And asking him is your idea.
Yeah, but... Oh, for the love of God.
Toka rolls her eyes, turns around, walking towards her father. Really follow her gaze, surprised at her sudden annoyance.
Hey, Daddy?
Takahiro-san lets out an inquisitive and moves his head slightly so we can look at his daughter. Toka smiles, sitting on the couch next to him.
This was a pretty nice party the boys planned, right? It must have been fun to see your friends and have some time to relax after come back home, right?
I suppose. Merely dryly. His voice was madly devoid of any meaningful emotion.
You don't look very happy.
Toka bites her lip, looking out before downcast eyes. Crying out loud, Shoichi mutters under his breath, a very annoyed voice. Almost as if on cue, Takahiro-san sits in his seat, looking at his daughter with a more worried expression. Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm just feeling a little tired after that long trip.
So you enjoyed your time for the party?
Or I'm very grateful to Alex for helping set that up. Sir, don't forget that it was Shoichi's idea. Takahiro-san looks up at the two of us, clicking his tongue. Yes, that's true. Regardless, I enjoyed myself. It was good to have a chance to relax before getting back to work. Gets from the couch, putting hand on Toka's shoulder, giving a gentle squeeze. Now, if you boys will excuse me to rest after the trip, make sure to put any leftover food in the fridge. Alex can take some with you when you go home tomorrow. Tomorrow? No, sir. I'm going home as soon as we're done with the cleanup. Odessa glances at the watch in his wrist, frowning. Oh, it's too late for you to be walking in the streets. Just spend the night here. So we should prepare your food on for him. I'll set one up for Toka, too. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, it's a sleepover. You should have anything like that with you, too.
Make no mistake, you're staying in my room.
But, Dad...
Oh, buts. You're a young lady now. I'm not letting you spend the night in a room with 2 grown boys, even if one of them is your brother. Never mind, I see Shoichi's grip tighten around his crossed arms, so much so that his hands shake a little. It's for the best, Toka-chan. Girls and guys really shouldn't be sharing a room.
That's no fun. We're supposed to play games or talk until late in the night like this.
Play games? Alex and I spent all day busting our ass working non-stop for this party. As soon as my head hits a pillow, I'm gonna be out cold.
Weakling.
Devil woman.
Will you two stop bickering? You're no longer kids.
Shut up! Well, you two will accuse whoever I like. I'm gonna set the food for you in my room. Just come in when you're ready for bed. Don't knock on the door and don't wake me up.
Yes, Daddy.
Takahiro-san walks out of the room into the hallway. Hear the sound of a door closing shut behind him, more force than I expected. Oh man, I'm gonna get an earful tomorrow.
What, how come?
You might not have noticed, but Dad's in a bad mood.
There's no way. At worst, he's just neutral. I mean, why would he be in a bad mood after this whole party made just for him?
Trust me, you haven't lived with him for the past 3 years. He's most definitely in a bad mood. He's been in a bad mood since the moment he walked through the door. Whether it's a bad mood at a party or he was already like that before he walked in, it's a different story entirely.
That's weird. I don't really get that vibe from him.
Neither do I. But then again, I don't get any vibe from him. Dad has changed a lot since I'm divorced. He's a lot more irritable nowadays.
That's strange. I remember him always being really sweet and caring with me. I don't think I've ever seen him upset.
Yeah, there's a lot you haven't seen.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. There's no real point well in the past. How about we just get ready for bed?
It's not even 10 p.m. and tomorrow is Sunday. You guys can stay up a little late, can't you?
I'm exhausted. Can we do this another time? Sorry, Hidoga-chan, but same here. I've been cooking and organizing all day. I'm kinda just want to rest.
Hell no!
Here we go.
Here we go, me. We haven't hung out together in months. There's no way I'm going to accept a maybe later.
do you want us to do? I feel like passing out already. Well, so you still need to clean ourselves up before bed. I'm pretty sure the warm water isn't gonna help with keeping us awake.
Then take a cold bath.
I feel now is my time to say hell no.
And why not?
What do you mean, why not? It's cold. I'm not gonna take a cold bath in the middle of the night. That really is a little unreasonable.
Screw you, you try to go and spend the night with me.
I was afraid of this. Itoka-chan, I promise we'll set a date to do it another date.
No!
She puts her foot down, her cheeks puff from all her pouting.
You guys have been sidling for months. I'm not taking any of that anymore. Three of us are here together right here and now. Right now, we use the opportunity to have fun.
Your definition of fun involves holding people hostage. Itoka puckers herself across her arms and looking away from us.
If that's what it takes, then I guess so.
She's being so unreasonable. Fine, we'll do as you say if only to keep you from killing us.
I heard that.
I hope you would. Let's clean ourselves up first. I feel sweaty and gross.
Didn't you guys bathe before the party?
We're still running around and helping organize stuff during the party, you know.
Fine, just be quick about it.
Yes, Your Highness.
And spare me the sass.
Afraid I can't do that. Come on, I was supposed to change their mind. You're not suggesting we bathe together, are you? Are you seriously that self-conscious that you wouldn't take a bath with me in my house? You make your Japanese genes sad.
Just shut up already, you can go first.
Yeah, I'll prepare the bath for you before I finish with mine. I'll be right out. Itoka sits on the couch, crossing her arms and legs. She stares with a grumpy expression, like her father telling how she feels so ridiculously easy it's almost a bit funny. You okay there, Itoka-chan?
I'm upset. How you guys thought I'd just say okay and go my merry way after you took me for months beyond me?
We didn't ignore you. I still miss you at least once a week, don't I?
Oh yeah, because that's such a good substitute for real interaction.
Okay, I'm sorry. I admit we probably could have done more to include you in the stuff we were doing. It's just that we befriended this new guy who transferred to our school this year, and most of the time when we're out, we're just doing it for him. We don't really have any reason not to invite you. It just never crossed our minds. She stares at me, her brow furrowed. Her eyes keep moving up and down as she stood on my face intently.
Fine, I'll let it slide this time, but only because I can't imagine you guys excluding me out of malice. Considering how airheaded you two are, the idea that you forgot doesn't seem all too far-fetched to me.
Wait, airheaded? Since when are we airheaded?
Oh, you don't like that? Do you prefer the alternative where you kept me away on purpose and had a reason to bat you?
You're right, we're a duo of airheads. It suddenly lights up, a bright smile taking place of the severe expression she had until now. Itoka-chan giggles cheerfully, almost in a childlike manner. Voice carries softly the air with a certain grace that isn't usual for her.
You're forgiven. I know it can be a little intense at times, but you guys have to remember that you two are closest friends. It gets really lonely when I can't spend the time with you two.
Yeah, that's fair. Never really bothered to look at things from her point of view. But to think about it, Itoka was always tagging along with Saya, Shoichi, and her kids. Then Aki joined when he was old enough to do so. 5 of us were always playing together as children, having fun as a group. Childhood days really were a blast. Remembering our ideas makes one a certain nostalgia. And yet, nowadays, I barely talk to Itoka and never do anything with Aki outside of playing video games every now and then. Guess Shoichi and I are both the guilty of ignoring our families. How about we go out together sometime, just the 5 of us?
The 5 of us?
Yeah, if we're all having a get together on our childhood memories and we can't forget about Aki.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing to honor our childhood days. I just wanted us to have a get together.
Well, I thought it'd be a fun little idea. Itoka laughs, ears twitching.
I'm not saying it's not. I just find it funny to see your tendency to overthink creeping up on you again.
I overthink things? Have you even met your brother?
I'm not saying he doesn't do it too. Honestly, you two are the fruit of the same tree when it comes to that kind of thing.
Very much disagree with you there.
You're free to disagree as much as you like, but as someone who knows the two of you really well, you're more alike than you think.
I reject this notion and refuse to partake in this conversation. Cease your activities at once.
What are you, a lawyer?
I think Loris would say stuff like that with more gusto. Objection, this is purely conjecture or something like that.
God, you really are a dweeb.
What?
Seriously, you have to be a big dweeb to make a lame joke like that?
Lame? Giggling, Itoka walked up at me, putting both her arms behind my back and saying really few centimeters away from my face.
That's right, your joke was really lame, but don't worry, that's one of the reasons why you're so funny out with.
Gives me a friendly poke on the stomach and I'm about to jerk away from her.
Toka, don't do that. You're still pretty ticklish, aren't you? Yeah? Let me try again. Trace is putting myself in both of her hands. I try to jump away from her and put some distance between us, but she gives chase. Toka, stop! Grab her, she keeps slipping and breaking into a fit of laughter. We used to play around with it when we were kids. Shoichi was the one who taught me all your weak spots. Get away from me. No, stop. Oh, you're caving in. Your arms are already shaking.
Oh boy, this fucking bullshit. My legs suddenly give way and make me slip and fall. Toka, who'd been chasing me, also trips and falls too.
Oh!
Toka falls on top of me, knocking the air on my lungs.
How are you okay?
World's spinning.
Sorry, I went a little too far.
What the hell are you two doing?
Shoichi! I can explain.
Of course you can explain. Even you wouldn't be stupid enough to try and get it out of my sister or my house. I'd kill you for that. So let me guess, someone tripped and fell.
That's half the story, yeah.
Someone better tell me the other half of the story ASAP then.
I was chasing Alex and tickling him a lot.
You two should really be more careful. You could hit your heads. You're no longer kids. Try acting like adults.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Apology accepted. Now, Alex already left the faucet on for the bathtub. It won't take long for it to fill up, so go to the bathroom already. Think you'll have some of your clothes here the last time you came over, so I'll leave them on the door for you.
Thanks, sorry for the trouble.
Don't be ridiculous. It's no trouble. Toka, we need to talk.
This can't be good.
Considering the words Shoichi spoke to his sisters before I went to the bathroom to wash myself, I came back to the living room terrified that they'd be having some tense conversation I shouldn't be a part of. I can't believe someone suggests something like that.
Right, how stupid do you have to be to think that idea would get accepted?
Instead, I get back to the sound of laughter with the two of them sitting opposite ends of the couch and chatting merrily. What did I miss? Both turned to look at me at the same time.
Wow, you're looking pretty sharp there, Mr. Athlete.
Yeah, Shoichi, why didn't you tell me the clothes I left here were some of my sports outfits? What difference does it make? Clothes are clothes.
You're not wrong, but it's kind of embarrassing wearing these indoors.
For the love of God, it's just a polo and some shorts. What's so embarrassing about it?
I don't know myself, it just feels weird.
The only thing that's weird here is you.
Settle down, you two.
As if we're being particularly rowdy right now.
Rowdy enough I have to tell you to settle down.
Whatever you say. Don't mind me asking, what were you two talking about before I came back? Toka was telling me about the suggestions for classmates made for the school festival.
Oh, what about it?
Why don't you tell him too, Toka?
Smiling, Toka nods. Well, my class was voting on what we do for the festival. A few of the boys said we make a maid cafe. Can you believe that?
A maid cafe?
Yeah, isn't that ridiculous? What suffers when you ever work in a maid cafe? Of course, all the girls in class shut that idea down immediately.
That's... Look over at Shoichi and see him barely able to keep himself from breaking into a fit of laughter.
I see, he hasn't told
Toka about Saya's work at a maid cafe. And considering how much Toka looks up to Saya, I have no doubt that he finds the whole thing hilarious.
Yeah, I can't imagine a girl doing something like that either. Right, it's so demeaning. Those boys are so stupid.
She has no idea how close to home her words hit. Other than that, it seems that Toka's time in our school has been pretty uneventful. He hasn't even joined a club yet.
Really? Isn't the deadline submit applications been in May?
Yeah, but if she lets it pass, she won't be able to join any clubs until next year. So make sure I have my application to the volleyball club already, okay?
Don't be ridiculous, but no, not join the volleyball club.
But I'm sure you'd like it.
How many times do I tell you that I don't like sports? I feeling all sweaty and gross.
Come on, at least show your big brother a little.
I'll pass. I don't think there's any club interest in joining, so I'll just go without.
Don't be like that. That's a waste of your student life.
Personally, I find out more ways to keep myself cooped in school for 10 hours a day. I prefer just going out after I have class to hang out with my friends.
How is it you turned out so different from me?
God forbid two siblings don't end up the same. Stuff like that never happens.
Don't you sass me.
Shoichi, you're being a little unreasonable here. Toka-san has a right to like things different from you, you know?
Easy for you to say. You have a tennis who just might love tennis more than you. Your brother who just might love tennis more than you and glorifies you for your skill. Do you want to take hockey for yourself? I'll give you my blessing. Don't just go around offering your brother to other people.
Yeah, that sounds so filthy.
Filthy? I'm gonna give him to Shoichi to be his brother instead. What the hell did you think of?
Toko looks away, her cheeks redden as she stammers to think of words. That's an excellent question.
Seems someone's her mind in the gutter.
Shut up.
Better than on hand because her face just got so red, it's kinda cute.
Guess this serves to prove once and for all that girls can have dirty minds too.
As if that was ever in question.
I don't have a dirty mind.
Of course you don't. You thought you were talking about knitting, didn't you?
Just shut up.
Yeah, that's enough for now. I can feel steam coming out of her head. Oh!
I already told you to shut up, didn't I?
Fine, I get you don't hit me.
If I don't hit you, you'd never learn.
What am I to you, a punching bag?
Thinking back to your childhood together, I think that'd be an accurate way to describe it.
Well, it's not a way I'm happy with.
She crosses her arms, looking at her brother with a huff.
Cheeks over, still tinted red, and her tail is lashed around almost like a cat's.
Gee, she's so easy to read.
You're a little huffy now. You're such a pain.
Shoichi, maybe try not saying these things right to her face.
Oh, please, I'm not gonna spoil her rotten like my parents, or you for that matter.
I don't spoil her.
What are you talking about? You spoil anyone as long as you think they're cute. You spoil Aki to this day for that reason. Plus, you also spoil June now because of that.
That's not, it's different.
Sure, like I'll believe that.
This June guy you mentioned a few times tonight. What's he like?
Oh, your son is my friend. That's a first.
How is that a first? I'm friends with Sayakun and Alex-chan, aren't I?
That's different. You basically grew up with them around us. Of course you become close.
Whatever, just tell me about this June guy.
Fine, calm down already. Why are you so fussy all of a sudden?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say she's jealous of the guy that just moved into town and gets all the attention from brother and I. Oh, no, wait, that's exactly what it is. Come on, Shoichi, couldn't get more obvious.
His name is Jun Kobayashi. Apparently lived here a few years ago, but moved away for school and only came back this year. Since he didn't know many people in town and was completely new at our school, he helped him get around. And it turned out he was a really great guy, and he just fit in with our group. He basically comes with us whenever we go out now.
Yuka pouts, her lips quivering with obvious disdain. She looks away from Shoichi, her pointed stare falling to the floor. Lucky.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
I said poor guy. Jeez, of all the people he ever meet first, it had to be you two. Now he has to put up with two giant weirds every day. That's the most pitiful thing I've ever heard.
Why are you so angry all of a sudden?
Come on, Shoichi, you gotta be smarter than that.
You said something?
Nothing at all, it's just your imagination. Either way, Toka, Jun is kind of a quirky person. He can be pretty eccentric and intense when he gets excited, so not everyone would have the patience to deal with that.
Indeed, lucky for him, we just found that side of him funny more often than not.
Except when he was crushing my arm in the streets. Crushing your arm, what?
Yeah, Jun-kun is a little fearful of crowds, so you can get very nervous around groups of people, and he tends to cling to others when that happens.
The word cling isn't enough to describe it. It's like having a boa constrictor wrapped around my arm. And why is it always to be me?
You're the ones always staying closer to him.
I guess. This guy sounds like a total wimp.
Hey, you don't even know to talk about him like that. Jeez, why are you acting so aggressive?
Are you seriously that stumped? That answer should be obvious to you, dumbass. But we might introduce you to him sometime if you stop calling him a wimp, that is. We'll see. Oh boy, she's pouting so much. So not acting her age right now. So I take you two busy been hanging out with this guy lately?
We don't hang out as much as you think. We're pretty busy with our clubs and whatnot.
Oh yeah, how's that coming along? You guys finally gonna win something?
We make it to the finals every year. Don't be so dismissive.
And yet you never win, so good. So how good does that make you?
Competition is hard, okay? Not until 5 years ago, the Saitama Prefecture would get 2 spots in the national championship because of lackluster performances in it. We got one of our spots given a more promising prefecture.
Plus, the team that always qualifies is seriously strong.
Worst part is our school used to be the strongest at the prefecture until a few years ago, when Shirayama High started aggressively poaching all kinds of players in their school.
I guess our school just didn't want to invest in the volleyball club all that much.
Yeah, and whose fault do you think that is?
I don't think there's anyone to blame for that.
Yes or no? Did you get a full scholarship plus a ton of benefits for joining this school?
Oh, come on, you can't say it's my fault our school's not invested in the volleyball club.
Minamikawa Academy might have had good players in the past, but they're all people over at the top only because they were already in there. Tennis courts were pretty run down until they spent a ton on renovating it, so the program would be appealing enough for you. And it's not just for you. Minami has Saya too. Being able to nab the number 2 player in Japan's male division, number 1 in the female, is no small feat. The amount of concessions they give you guys is insane. When all the good volleyball players in Saitama started flocking to Shiroyama, Minamikawa made no effort to make any offers to them. In the end, they ended up building a great team while ours was filled with average players. Wow, I didn't think I've ever heard you talk smack about your teammates. Don't get me wrong, they're good, I'm not saying they're not. But you can't argue against talent. Shiroyama got the most talented players in our prefecture in a single team, no matter how well on our team, that wall was hard to overcome. Jeez, I've never seen you sound so defeated before. Yeah, what happened to the don't talk crap about teammates policy? I have no intention or desire of losing, but I won't fool myself either, you know? Everyone on the team is aware of their own shortcomings, but we're still working really hard to our best. And there's a will, there's a way, that's what we believe in. I suppose it doesn't hurt that they have the best setter in the country as their captain either. That's going too far. Oh please, you've been getting interviewed by magazines and TV stations when we were kids. He's also got offers from 4 different professional teams. Let me guess, they went right to the same place as someone for Japan's youth teams, didn't they? Yep, right to the trash. Barely have enough time for time as it is. The only way I'd be able to attend those training camps and competitions would be if I took away from my training with my team. I couldn't do that. Yeah, and that's what your excuse for what, the past 5 years now? It's not an excuse. Whatever you say, boss. Shoichi's shoulders quiver slightly. I can see him biting his tongue to keep himself from answering back, both literally and figuratively speaking. He even curled his tail around him on top of his lap. Is it even possible for him to look more like a cornered dog? Toga gives a few taps in his bag to step his attention back to her. Just hang in there, I'm sure they shall obey you here. Really hope so. It's my last chance to go to the national tournament. I want to be able to stand in those courts at least one more time before I have to say goodbye to my teenage life. Jeez, why make it sound so dramatic and sad? Sorry to take things seriously, maybe you should learn a thing or two from me. You mean having an uptight dork? I think he's fine the way he is. Hey! Doesn't have to be the last time unless you want it to be. You've already been offered opportunities to become professional. I don't know why you're so stubborn going to college to become a businessman. Of course you don't understand. You lived in breed tennis your entire life. You can't comprehend what it's like to have different priorities. That's not true. Are you two having this discussion again? I swear, I've heard a rehashed version of it at least 10 times. Not the one who keeps bringing it up. Yell at him for a change. How about you don't yell at anyone? What, lose this perfect opportunity to get some aggression on my system? As if. You're the devil, woman. Oh! She practically jumped at me just to punch my shoulder. Still teach us not to talk to me like that. You need to do a better job of feigning annoyance if you weren't smile from ear to ear. Reached back in the sofa, putting a hand on her chin as if she were thinking on something. In reality, it's just blatantly obvious. It's just a blatant, obvious attempt to hide her smile. This girl is one day going to be death to me, I swear. You two try to behave okay. You might wake up dead if you keep this up. Gotcha. Shoichi's right in the sense you tend to insist on the pro thing a lot. I haven't hung around with you guys in a while, but I still remember it being a semi-frequent conversation topic. Yeah, whatever you say. Besides, you're in no position to talk. You constantly reject offers from companies wanting to sponsor you for stupid reasons. Hey, my reasons aren't stupid. Oh, please, I don't want them to think they own me. What kind of reason is that? Once I go pro, I'll bite the bullet because I'll need some capital to pay for my travels until I can get things rolling. Start earning championship money, but as long as the club has covered my costs, I'm not going to bother. And yet you try to criticize me for rejecting good offers, too. At least I'm still trying to go pro... Hey ladies, quit the bickering. Oh, my ears are ringing. Toka-chan, what did we say about settling down? I can ask you the same. What did I just say about fighting over this? But it's not. I don't care. If you keep this up, I'm gonna go outside and grab the hose. What, you would? Dad would kill you for getting his furniture wet. For our very eyes, Toka began sniffling. Her eyes teared up, her body began to shake. She started wiping the tears from her eyes while she sobbed frantically. They were fighting, Daddy. I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. You're horrible. As quickly as they can, the water brooks immediately stopped. Toka looked at the two with a smile on her face. I think you got the wrong word. I believe you meant to say incredible, because you know he'd have the performance in the blink of an eye. You should join the drama club.
Thank you. I might just do that. Maybe that'll get even better. Maybe get into trouble again like when we were kids.
You wouldn't dare.
What's that? Do I hear a cry for encore?
That term's used for musical performances, not theater.
I don't care. Use it for whatever I want. The point is, you know I do it.
Oh yeah, I remember it quite clearly. Once Atoka got her phase of adoration from her older brother, the two of them became really competitive. They'd fight over everything. Who'd get the light sauce of pizza, who'd get to ride in the front seat of the car, who'd be the one in charge of their parents were out of the house. Atoka always played her theatrics when given the chance to get advantage. Her performance would always get her father to side with her. Shoichi would always be left fuming when it happened. Christ, this day is fucking long.
How's your go with Alex here, your devil woman?
I am to please myself.
Man, that sounded so wrong.
Huh?
Frozen the meaning of her words, her face immediately turned to a shade of bright red.
Forget what you just heard.
Ow! One of the slips from my left cheek, leaving me a cushion on my face as it throbs.
It's a big idea. It's your fault for taking something I said and making it dirty.
My fire spouted up innuendo without thinking.
Toka, it doesn't matter how embarrassed you might feel over what you said. You didn't have any right to slap him on the face. Apologize.
But...
Apologize.
Shoichi's voice was stern and commanding, almost like an adult chastising a child's child. He has no argument, nor does he expect you to. Unable to deny her brother, Atoka looks away from me, her cheeks puffed and red.
Sir...
Louder, we have to hear you.
Sorry.
She looks at me when she apologizes, quickly dropping her gaze back down for when she is done. Feet kick idly at the floor and she squirms uncomfortably in the seat. She really does look like a kid who got caught doing something bad right now. Guess there's no age limit for immaturity.
Seriously, you weren't letting them were kids. Come to think of it, it was only after you got chummy with Sai that your temper was dialed up to 11.
It's kind of an unfair thing to say. Someone's really looking at the past with rose-tinted glasses.
Whatever you say, I'm feeling tired now. I'm gonna head to bed.
Thought you still want to stay up late.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling tired now, so I'll leave it for another day.
Whatever you say. Have a good night of rest then, okay?
Yeah, you too.
She molds her words out very meekly. You can tell she feels embarrassed because of the way she avoids eye contact with either of us. Good night. She nods, parrying those words back to with a near whisper.
That certainly put a damper on the mood.
It's hard to be slapped and stay all merry and cheerful.
I understand.
Sorry for the way she acted.
You're not your sister's babysitter. You don't even apologize on her behalf. Besides, it's been known for years that she's a temper. I should have seen that come in retrospect.
Well, I don't want to agree with you there, but I kind of have to. To be honest, I'm also feeling kind of beat. Although, that was also true an hour ago.
We did tell her we were exhausted, and the reason we said it was because she asked us to. In a sense, I think we obeyed her a little too much.
Tell me about it.
How about I just lay down on the futon for you and we head to bed? Sounds like a great idea. I can already feel the sweet calling of dreamland.
You always feel that. You'll sleep anywhere if I let you.
If you let me, who are you, the Dream Boys?
Oh, please, don't be ridiculous. Dream Patrol is a much cooler name, and I demand you call me that.
You have a deal.
And who knows, maybe I'll even show up your dreams tonight.
An 18-year-old husky kills rival volleyball team. He wouldn't start talking about how they were hindrance. He should have seen it coming. We should have seen it coming as his friends.
Please tell me your dreams aren't really that dark.
Only when I want to mess with you.
To be honest, I'm kind of scared about spending the night in the same room as you now.
Oh, don't worry, I'm harmless, I swear. All I do is watch you sleep, nothing else.
Keep that up and I'll make you sleep in the neighbor's kennel.
Nice, I can hold it myself. Do I get a bone, too?
Only if I can use it to whack you upside the head for being an idiot.
No, fair. You already use most things for that.
That's because you're always being an idiot.
What can I say? I'm a happy person.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. Mutually inclusive.
Potato, potato.
Now you're not making sense just for the heck of it. Okay, that's the first round for now. We should go into bed ourselves.
Sure, I don't mind.
Great, because I'm beat.
I'm not feeling so hot right now either.
I never got to talking so much you were joking around.
Just because I'm tired doesn't mean I have to be grumpy.
Sure. Grumpy, that's what I am.
Your sarcasm is showing.
I certainly hope so.
I lie uncomfortably in the dark room. It's been so many years since I spent the night at Shoichi's house. Well, this certainly brings back some good old memories. It allows me to realize something else. Shoichi still is the same futon as 8 years ago. Damn, this thing is so old and flat. I feel so uncomfortable lying down on it. My back hurts, my legs feel uncomfortable. I just kinda wanna go home now. I miss my bed. Take a deep breath, readjust myself on the futon, trying to find some way to feel comfortable. If only this thing were softer.
What are you doing? You're being noisy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
Didn't wake me so much as you've been keeping me up. What's going on?
This futon, it's really hard and thin and uncomfortable.
Oh, it is very old. Probably not the most comfortable thing to sleep on.
I'll say. Shoichi thing was very quiet. Makes me think he might have fallen asleep while we were talking. Shoichi?
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of something. Just throwing this out there, but you could sleep on the bed if you want.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm not going to kick you out of your bed. If it's uncomfortable for you to sleep here, it would be worse for you since you're bigger.
That's not what I'm saying, you dork. I'm saying you can climb on the bed with me.
Oh!
Yeah, oh.
I hadn't considered that. Just like that, the memory of that guy, Haruki. Just like the memory of the guy Haruki told me on the rooftop came back to mind immediately. I'm trying so hard to keep it in my mind so it wouldn't bother me too much. I don't want to start treating Shoichi differently because of what some guy I don't even know said about him. And yet there's this little part of me who knows he might be right, and that little part of me is now suspicious. I don't know what I should do. It's not like we've never done it before. We used to share a bed half the time when we were kids, even though the futon was perfectly usable then. Something about it being more fun to sleep together. Would I end up offended if I said no? Crap, I'm overthinking this too much. The idea of not having to sleep on this hard futon is so tempting, too.
I looked you there. You didn't fall asleep, did you?
No, I'm here. I was just thinking it over.
Jeez, the idea of starting to bed with me weren't that much careful consideration.
No, I'm just being dumb.
What else is new?
Fuck yes. I make a point to ignore the little voice in my head telling me this is a bad idea. This is Shoichi's my best friend. I can't say what Haruki said doesn't bother me, that probably makes me a horrible person, but that can treat me differently because of that. Whether it's true or not, whether it's half true or not, gay or straight, Shoichi is still Shoichi. He will always be Shoichi. And I will always be his friend. He is so fucking cute. Holy shit. I'm taking a picture of this one. This is the thumbnail for sure. 100% and a half.
Wow, wasn't it actually hit me up on the offer?
What? Didn't really want me to accept?
Nah, don't be crazy. Just surprised me is all. After all, you've been really fussy over this sort of thing lately.
This sort of thing?
Yeah, you'd make a fuss whenever I try to pet you or be a little more physical with you. Haven't you noticed that I'm pretty much completely stopped since class started?
Oh, you're right. I can't remember you doing anything once recently.
That's because you've been acting kind of uncomfortable around me, especially the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the one. This is the thumbnail. Oh my god, that's perfect. That is just wow. Sorry. My brain is kind of malfunctioning right now.
Still, I won't lie, it kind of makes me happy you told me on the offer.
What do you mean?
This kind of thing is just so nostalgic.
Oh my god, he's so fucking cute. Oh my god.
Bro, we used to do this all the time when we were kids. We'd fall asleep playing games together, just talk until we drift off.
guess we did used to do that a lot. Yeah. That's why it made me. Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh, he's blushing. I need a drink. My throat is going to die.
Yeah, that's why it made me happy to make my offer.
I see. Sweet expression in Shoichi's face tugged at my heartstrings. Seeing him look so happy and unburdened was, for some reason, it made me really happy too. That moment, my mind couldn't help but notice how handsome he was. Oh my god. Thought that really made me feel uncomfortable and embarrassed.
What's wrong? You seem a little out of it.
It's nothing, I'm just tired.
Yesterday was a pretty tiring day, huh? By the way, thanks again for today.
For what?
Run with everything, you idiot.
This again, you've already thanked me so much.
Doesn't hurt to say it again. Really had fun at this, so I don't the hassle.
Same way, same here. This is a really good way to spend the day.
Hope things keep going smoothly for us in the following days. God knows I need to rest for all this festival mayhem.
Yeah, trying to stay on top of all that stuff that's going on is pretty hard.
Well, school's chaotic. It's 10 times worse for me helping organize the festival for the whole school, not just my class.
I'd imagine.
Sometimes it can be suffocating, all the stuff I have to work on. I feel like I have to juggle everyone's problems all the time, when I barely have the time and energy to do my own. Really wish I could have a break.
Unable to think of anything to say. I'm really continue to look at him. The face I'm making right now must be terrible because very soon Switchy's staring with a troubled expression.
Sorry, I'm probably wrong about by saying all this crap when you're trying to go to sleep, right? I don't know why I just felt like talking.
It's alright, I want you to talk to me if you're in trouble. That's why I'm here. I'm here for, isn't it?
You're too nice. You're precious, I wouldn't want to bother you with trivial details.
It's not a bother. I want to know if you're ever suffering that much.
I'll keep that in mind, though I won't make any promises. It's just not my nature to burden other people with problems.
Then your nature needs to change.
Yeah, only you could ever get mad at me in a time like this. Never change, Alex.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean that I really like the way you are. You're such a breath of fresh air. Spending time with you never fails to make me feel lighter. Honestly, it's like all my burdens suddenly aren't big deal anymore. Would it be too sad if I said I was healing?
I'd say so, yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. Man, I must be more tired than I thought, even though I'm taut and I feel really sleepy.
Then just roll over and go to sleep.
No, but I want to stay and talk to you more. Just like it's been so long to really talk like this. I know I said this already, but it feels really nostalgic. I miss this.
Yeah. My heart is beating fast inside my chest. I feel like a deep sense of longing is being saved as we continue to speak. I don't know why, but I feel like right here and now, I'm happy. Just happy, nothing else. Such a pleasant, warm feeling. This time I couldn't help but think of how wonderful Shoichi's smile is. What he said about me, the truth is that it's the same for me. Just seeing him smile already has made me feel so much better. You're not the only one, you know. Shoichi? He is so fucking cute I could die, oh my god. Here's a funny story. Shoichi was like the first one to genuinely make me fall in love with him when I first played this back when it came out. Like, this fucking dude, I love him. His eyes are closed and his breathing is deep and rhythmical. Looks like he fell asleep when I was thinking about things. Good night, Shoichi. I hope he'll have sweet dreams tonight. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I walk among the mass of people around, trying to follow
the giant mound of blue fur that walks ahead of me. For some reason, today his back seems so much larger than usual. The stalls around us are exploding with activity, with people coming and going ceaselessly. In the corner of my eye, I can see so many familiar faces. I see Class Rep and Kyoko running a dartboard, excitedly calling people over to try them out. Sai-chan and the tennis club members are lining up to eat some ramen at a nearby stall. Jin and Jin are arguing over each other because Jin seems to be eating all the food they were supposed to serve to their customers. Kei-kun is arguing with our teachers about something, making obscene gestures that are so unlike him. Jun's dressed as a taiko drummer, pounding on the drums on top of the stage with a bright smile on his face. Vic-kun and Ryoji are walking around trying different games. Ryoji still looks as bored as always, though. I also catch a glimpse of a white wolf, but he merely turns away from me when our eyes meet. For some reason, Takeko-san is throwing a ball onto a target, causing Otoko to fall into a pit of water when he hits it. Looks so much happier I'm used to seeing him. It's such a bizarre sight. I keep walking behind Shoichi this whole time, but it feels like we never go anywhere. I tried calling out to him, but realize my voice doesn't work. I reach in my throat trying to utter some kind of sound, but I grow more desperate, my voice refuses to come out. It's when I realize, despite all these people being here, despite them doing all these things, I can hear no sound. Then something begins to echo. I realize it's the sound of rain, slowly increasing in intensity. Even though it's so faint and subtle, it also feels as if it's roaring and drowning out everything else around. Wait, how did I even get here in the first place? The feeling of not belonging starts to assault me and my chest grows tighter. Everything feels so hazy, almost as if I could disappear if I reached out to touch it. I close my eyes as I grab my chest. The fear that's built up inside of me is so overwhelming, it's almost blinding. I try to remember what I'm supposed to be doing, but my mind feels as if it's covered in a thick haze. Where am I? How did I get here? Just as I feel I might be completely taken by the confusion, I feel a hand gripping my shoulder. My eyes shoot open to reveal Shoichi right in front of me. We're no longer in the festival. Is this alley? It's so damp and dark and hidden away from sight. Shoichi's mouth begins to move as he begins to talk, but no sound comes out of it. My brain can't comprehend what's going on as it desperately attempts to fill the gaps. I try to understand what's going on, but the fog just continues to grow heavier. Shoichi continues to speak without making any actual sound. I can feel as if the vibrations of his voice are echoing through my body, but my ears refuse to hear. I try to look around me, trying to figure out what's going on. My hand being squeezed, Shoichi suddenly leans closer to me. I love you. Everything blacks out for a split second, then as his words seem to hit me like a truck. The whole world went dark for me. I could hear nothing but Shoichi's voice. But just as soon as the darkness came, it vanished, bringing everything back into focus. Shoichi still stood in front of me with a big smile on his face. He looked me up and down expectantly. My heart had been racing this whole time, and suddenly felt like it stopped. The only sound I could hear was the rain rolling all around us. Those words kept playing on a repeat inside of my head. It's so hard to concentrate, able to think of anything but the words that still lingered in the air. I nodded. Tears welled up my eyes with Husky leaning closer to me. The smell of damp fur tickled my nose, which was funny because he wasn't wet at all. My child friend approached me slowly, just a little closer at a time until our nose was almost touch. Hand cut my cheek, stroking me softly, trying to turn my face away, but he gently pulled my head back to look right at him. His lips moved one more time, even though I couldn't hear any words. But yet I could feel the enormity of them hitting me again. It was the same words as last time. I love you. Something wet brushes up against my lips and my brain glitches out again. Able to comprehend what has happened, my vision goes dark. All I can feel is the gentle sensation as one of his lips pressed up against mine. Oh boy. This is a dream. This is a hell of a dream, and it's fucking crazy. Being kissed by Shoichi. Somehow I'm dimly aware I begin to kiss back. Ooh, he's got a crush. Oh boy, he's got a crush. As the haze begins to lift from the inside of mine, I begin to make out shapes again. I'm in Shoichi's room.
That's right, I'm spending the night here because it was too late to walk back home. I was dreaming? Why was I dreaming of that? Turn around in bed only to see Shoichi's face lying right next to mine. My whole body freezes for a second as I try to remember Shoichi's in bed with me. My recollections are catching up with me again, and I remember accepting his offer to share his bed. Watch him breathing peacefully into sleep. Somehow seeing him like this has such a calming effect on my heart. The rush of emotions I've been feeling is completely drowned out, leaving only a single emotion at the forefront. The sound of my heart beating echoes inside of my head. Leaning close to him, I can feel his breathing against my face. So calm and peaceful like this. It makes me so happy seeing him this way. Are you about to kiss him, dude, really? Touch hit my nose against his. Feel a desire building up inside my chest. Lean a little further and... What the hell am I doing? Funny. My brain finally catches up to what I'm doing as the last remnants of my sleepy days slips from my mind, causing me to immediately jump away before I can go through with what I was about to do. Get a grip, me! On my back as I far away from Shoichi so I can get without falling out of the bed. Covering my eyes with my hand, I let the realization what I was about to do sink in. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with me? I had a dream of kissing my best friend, suddenly wake up and only try and do it? It would definitely be sexual assault. Taking care of my dream and nearly kissed him because of it. Just so pathetic. It's all that damn wolf's fault for putting these thoughts in my head in the first place. I turn to look at Shoichi again. My rowdiness is still sleeps undisturbed. I think I didn't wake him up. That would be embarrassing. I can't deny I've been thinking a lot about him lately, even if it's just been trying to make sense of what he feels for me. Whether what that guy said is true or not, I don't know, but maybe I... Not letting my brain finish that thought, I turn around in bed and try to go back to sleep. Ooh, tasty. I should probably... I'm pretending that I don't know that I'm pretending I don't know what's happening here, and I don't know what's going to happen because, you know, spoilers and all that, but, like, oh my god, I love this route. I fucking love this route. I like Keisuke's a lot, but Jun's route is my favorite. Just absolutely 100% Jun's my favorite. The amount of emotions I felt playing that one, it's ridiculous. Not to say that other ones have made me emotionally have, but, like, oh my god. Should probably avoid having mind-shattering realizations in the middle of the night while I'm still sleepy. Holy shit, the fucking day's over. Imagine that. That took way longer than I thought it would. We're literally at almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2.5 hours. Oh, this video's long. And it's currently, it's 3:32 p.m. So next video, I'm going to be doing Shoichi again, and then I'll do his route for 3 videos, and then I'll move on to a different route for 3 videos, and then, you know, do that again, and then go back to Shoichi after that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Fuck off now. Fuck